Show some contrition, show some remorse. I think that's what people want, Destiny. I think that's what people are asking for from you. I was 22, I had no agency. The woman I was sexually assaulting should have told me to go to bed. What? I am completely lost as to what the joke is here, other than Destiny expressing sexual interest in a teenage girl. Yeah, now Destiny knows how I feel watching this guy's content. But yeah, it is like repulsive and uncomfortable, you're right. Don't worry, because Deeper Armor has called the police on Solo 300 times since this story broke. So, believe me, Destiny, we're on the case, okay? We're on the case. Alright, so guys, Destiny decided his play to win this war against Ethan Klein was to spend his time this morning, wake up early, and throw together a surprise, quick, off-the-cuff manifesto to respond to this video. So we're going to take a look at that, guys. We're going to take a look at that. Destiny's big play, play to try and win back some support here from the Ethan Klein community.
Okay, I understand.
Look, I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna call this out as W awesome behavior. Okay, we're about to call out some awesome behavior. Someone in Wick's chat says Kuihman is making a hate stream on Wick. I reported him. I wasn't even saying that much bad about Wick, to be honest. I was just poking a little bit of fun. We're gonna call out some really awesome behavior here. Wick says, "Do not report other people on my behalf, please." What a guy! What a guy! We'd love to see it.
Last night for fucking 4 hours watching this god-awful fucking video.
Welcome back.
Okay. Hold on, I wrote out a whole meme and everything. Okay, to keep me on track.
So, can someone explain to me why this guy and his audience like having the audio mixed in such a way that you can hear him swirling spit around in his mouth? And every, like, little movement and breath and keyboard touch and...
Okay. Okay, first, purpose. I have been relentlessly attacked, okay, by the Kleins, all right? Ethan recycles a whole bunch of stuff from Orion Beard video, plus other things. There's a whole bunch of, like, random fucking statements that people make about me and about things that I've done, you know, 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago, and I figure I could probably just address some of these while going through the Ethan video.
It's not just so long ago. It's not like it's a consistent pattern.
Because why the fuck not? People wanted me to watch the Brian Beard video anyway, so it kind of works, I guess, as a opportunity to do that as well.
No, it doesn't. You're watching like a tiny couple of clips. It does not work as an opportunity to do both of them at the same time. No.
This is basically for my fans, and believe it or not, somehow, I guess, I'm sorry for Ethan and Elo, but apparently I do have a decent number of crossover fans from H3H3 and from my universe, so this is for them as well, I guess, because it's kind of...
See, look, I think this is going to be a lot of the play here, and this has been Destiny's play since it started, is he's playing for the audience. He's playing for the H3 audience. He's constantly appealing to the audience understanding what's going on better than Ethan, the audience being normal and being put together and understanding what's going on. Yeah, that's the constant appeal he's making. He's just trying to turn Ethan's own fan base on him. Which, I mean, might be effective. There's a lot of, you know, there's like at least 3 call centers worth of DGGs in the H3 subreddit at any given time, so.
Nice, I guess. A lot of H3 fans have reached out to me and, like, apologized, which I think is kind of cute. But I'm sure there are just as many also calling me a pedophile, which is also cute, so. Yeah. I'm not really, I don't think at this point, just because of how hard Ethan has kind of gone in on this, I don't really expect to change his mind. I don't really expect to change the audience's mind. Ethan kind of has a history of deciding to like go nuclear on certain content creators because he's convinced of some weird sexual thing. He brought on that one girl for Noah Samson's stream to reveal what was it ultimately that like he cheated on her while they were dating, so it was kind of like assault because she could have gotten an STD. It was some stupid thing. Yeah, he did it with Abba and Preach, where he's like, these guys are secret red pill content creators. He brought on the one girl.
Ryan, yeah, dude. Obviously, I haven't seen this yet, but I can immediately see how this is going if you're saying that. It's annoying because most of his responses are to Ethan's dumb claims instead of my very specific ones that I made sure to phrase in accurate ways. Yeah. Yeah. That's just a classic Ethan Klein moment, isn't it? Perfectly good criticisms of someone, perfectly good attacks on someone, but the people have been saying for a long time. How about I just come in, co-opt it, and fuck it all up? And you get nothing in return. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, Ethan.
Relating to the Fresh and Fit guys trying to accuse Myron of like sexual assault when even the girl didn't want to go that far, and Ethan was like, would you say you assaulted you? She's like, no. So I don't really expect him to ever change his position on this, or for the H3H3 audience in general. But like I said, I figure I can address my audience and I can address any crossover fans, because why the fuck not? There are a million things that are happening right now in the world, obviously relating to the Trump stuff, relating to insane fucking Hassan stuff, just in politics in general. I've said this a lot to my community. I'll say it again. I kind of wanted to not be in the whole drama shit fest slinging field of whatever the fuck this kind of drama shit is, but I guess I'm destined to be pulled back in. Okay, I guess like when John Wick's dog is killed, you're always coming back to this fucking world. So here I am. I will say as a reminder, the only reason why this back and forth is happening right now is because Hassan and all of the other crazy obsessive communities around him like desperately want to make anything that they can about any random personal smears, as opposed to actually talking substantively about literally any issue ever. But hey, you know what? If that's what we want to do, then fuck it. Why not?
How is that? No, the reason this is happening is because you told WillyMac that you still had those videos. That's why this is happening.
Not to say that people should be able to freely rape people or murder people or whatever else. I mean, obviously it's not good, but I don't know if me and Ethan are now going to be locked in a 2-month snark fest where both of us just play each other's greatest hits on repeat over and over again. If that's what Ethan wants to do, though, I mean, I've had people do this to me for years, so we can fucking do it for more, I guess, if we want. I will say that the inciting...
It's nothing new. It's nothing new. We've been doing this for years, right, guys?
Incident, because nobody actually seems to give a fuck, which is fine. I understand. I'm a guy, so revenge porn and all that is fucking epic and hilarious.
Oh,
but the only reason a lot of this stuff is even in the public conscious is because of a guy who in 2024 decided to dump like 25 plus explicit videos of me on the internet.
I actually just saw, you know, I just preempting here. I just saw a pretty informative, I think, you know, virtuous tweet, honestly, earlier. We just pull this up quickly. So this is Deeper Armor. I have personally called the police on Solo over 300 times since the 17-year-old story broke, so Destiny can go ahead and stop asking why we're not going after him.
A few of these contained other people. The majority of these, I think like 20 of them, were literally just pictures of me stroking it. So thank you for that. I'm glad that the entire internet can enjoy that. I love to share myself with all of my wonderful fans and anti-fans. Thank you so much. I would say that in general, the reason why I'm usually reluctant to address stuff like this when the Ryan Beard video came out is I don't like the concept of relitigating every single bad thing that's ever happened in my life, which is basically what happens is anytime somebody runs out of content or they want to fight with me or I say something politically that pisses them off or I, you know, basically just point out like, oh, I think this opinion is dumb or whatever, people break the... in case Destiny destroys you in a debate, break glass here, and then pulls out, what about 14 years ago? What about in 2012? What about in 2013? It's like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you want me to say about this, or how many times I need to say something about this. I do think it's a little bit funny because I think Ethan actually like intuitively understands this. I actually think he explained it really well when he was talking about how Keemstar operated in this video.
Just to give you an idea of how Keemstar torments and harasses people on his enemy list, let me show you some of the DMs he sent me over the years. Now, these are cold DMs. I've already unfollowed him. and he is sending me these DMs unsolicited out of the cold blue for the express purpose of harassing me. So I really don't feel bad sharing these tweets at all. Currently working on an H3H3 lying salty man-child video. Have a few questions. Have you ever flagged down another YouTuber creator's video? I don't answer. And he persists. Can I get an answer here? I'm trying to meet your request of giving non-stop defense because your baby ass can't defend yourself. Keemstar will make insane accusations, groundless accusations, and then he expects you to defend yourself. In fact, he likes it if you'll come on his show and defend himself. That's how his operation works. And so he goes, oh, well, he didn't say anything in his defense, so he must be guilty. Have you ever lied to anyone on YouTube?
I'm just saying, I think he has a pretty good understanding of it there. I feel like this would be different if I was like, if there were like criminal charges, if some like victim had come forward to allege some stuff, but every single thing related to this thing just has to do with Kiwi Farms and snark forums that just like to leak and dive into stuff and, you know, allege stuff or whatever. But, you know, it's all good. At least he understands it. He understands the game well enough, so I guess he can play it. As a quick aside, oh, I just wanted to address this before we get into things too. Again, I don't know.
Take €5.
Love how crazy accusations happen to every other political YouTuber when people have a disagreement. Oh wait.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, Destiny, you're the only guy this happens to. Well, you're the only guy it sticks to, right? Well, I mean, Destiny and Vosh, I guess. But, like, Hassan hasn't really done anything that bad, so none of the Hassan shit really sticks. Like, people cry about the brothel thing. That's, like, total bullshit. Not total. It's not, like, total bullshit, but, you know, it doesn't meaningfully say anything about Hassan. But it doesn't go anywhere. But with Destiny, it's like, it's not just that there's smoke, you know, there's fire. You know, so people can just go see it, and yeah, it keeps getting brought up because you're, like, a terrible, disgusting guy who's done terrible, disgusting things. So, yeah, people bring that up.
I don't know how many people give a fuck about stuff like this, but I get a little bit triggered, especially when all of the, I'm putting massive air quotes about this, rape victims or whatever come forward in Ethan Klein's subreddit. I think the one I read, the second part was the girl was like, I was 16 talking to some guy online and he said he was 16 and I felt abused. And afterwards, I don't even believe he was 16. I don't even know why though, but yeah. And it's like, what the fuck am I even reading right now? It sounds fucking retarded. Like all of the random posts about this shit, like what? I think that post was deleted by Reddit, so I don't have a copy of it right now, but I'm like, okay. This is something that I spoke about before. It's kind of cringe, but when people talk about predatory behavior, I think that people talk about stuff that I would consider like yellow flags, but people would pretend that predatory behavior isn't just yellow flags or even red flags, or rather they'll point to like a thing that's like a yellow flag and they'll say that that's like abuse. So somebody will say something like, oh, there's you know, there's a difference in status because this person is like a fan or a content creator, this person is, you know, older than that person, or this person has more money or stronger, whatever. There's always power imbalances in relationships to some extent, unless you're literally dating your twin who's had the same amount of training and job success, everything else you for your entire life. I think that it's fine to point out like yellow flags or red flags when it comes to certain behavior. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but to automatically just assume that somebody is like manipulative or evil or predatory, especially when there's absolutely zero evidence of that.
There's zero. How can you? Okay, so Destiny is saying there is absolutely zero evidence that he is manipulative or predatory.
Bring anybody.
Yes. As when he pants down and slowly
was a good
fuck. No wonder you would of you doc back up and then Hassan and Anna. And it was
categorizing and archiving everything. For me to go back to
purposefully attract mentally unstable women because he knows they are more easy to abuse. Another mentally ill woman that Destiny had a long conflict with was a woman named Anna. Just like with Lav, Destiny also encouraged his community to go to Anna's Kiwi Farms thread, and he encouraged them to post in her thread.
Oh, okay. Also, heads up. This is my only non-media blackout time, okay? This is my only non-media blackout time. I will immediately go back to this, okay? Somebody on Kiwi Farms has made a thread of Anna. So if you are obsessed with Anna, and you want to talk about her all the time, you, chatter, you can actually go to Kiwi Farms and you can go and post all you want, read all you want, go there, post about it, talk about it. People put a lot of effort into categorizing and archiving everything. There you go, okay?
And in the thread about Anna that Destiny encouraged his fans to go message, they doxed Anna. And it was later revealed that at this time, Destiny was secretly in an ongoing sexual relationship with Anna.
So you acknowledge that you've been sexting with her for a year?
I think, yeah, we've had on and off, sure.
In response to this, Anna texted Destiny, "You literally ruined my fucking life. You just doxed me on your stream. Fuck you. You put me in danger." And Destiny responded to this by saying, "You're doing it to yourself and you're going to keep doing it to yourself." This is one of the most insane things I have ever seen in my entire life. Choosing to dox a woman you are actively sexting with just because she pissed you off. I guess if you want to live life by Destiny's rules, if your wife or girlfriend or friends with benefits ever pisses you off, why not just dox her to hundreds of thousands of people? I also want to be clear that I'm not defending Anna. Anna also has a long history of harassing Steven, which is obviously not good, but Destiny also treated Anna like garbage. He not only doxed her, but he also threatened to leak her nudes when she threatened to leak sext messages between the two of them to prove that Destiny had been lying about
Not manipulative,
So
guys.
do you think that...
So this is Anna wants to go public with DMs that show that they're still having sexual interaction because Destiny is saying in public that she is a crazy stalker who's not having sexual interaction with him. But in private, Anna knows that to be untrue. Anna wants to bring forward the evidence that he's lying. And he says, if you do that, I'll leak your nudes. Not manipulative.
leaking sexting and
zero
leaking
evidence
is
he's
proportional,
manipulative,
or do you
okay?
think it's a proportional response in the way that you're reacting to that?
I think it's about proportional. Yeah. Thanks.
You don't think that she has more to lose in that scenario? Like, you think that people were going...
Oh,
like,
I mean, she could have more to lose, but I just don't see the huge difference between, like, sex and nudes. Like, you're leaking, like, personal, like, sexual shit that somebody sent you and, like, trusted you with. Like, in my opinion, this is, like, one of the biggest forms of, like, weird, like, backstabbing shit that you can do. It's, like, one of the worst things a person can do is, like, leaking, like, private sexual shit like that.
I love you, Tom.
Looking back at Destiny's streams from over the years, I found at least 20 different women who had allegedly had some...
And then we've also got this from the Mr. Girl report. So, Melina joined the call and traded jabs with Darius until he eventually calmed down and said sadly, "What I expect from you is to care at all." Melina replied that she didn't want to interact with him anymore, explaining, "Most of your messages really has been, I'm going to kill myself, and for real, I've had friends call me about you. Several friends told me about to go kill yourself. I didn't want to be involved or interact." Okay, reciprocated. Destiny laughed at this, said, "Got a lot of suicidal people in the call right now. Everybody needs to chill out a little bit." He then asks for a timeline of... Wait, fuck. Is this... Shit, wrong segment. Whoops. It's the other mention of robbing. Or where is it? Legs. There we go. There we go. Here it is. Sorry, it's this one. Sorry, ignore that. In June, Anna asked Destiny to repair her reputation. "Destiny, if I said anything now, people would just be really dramatic and dumb about stuff. Anna, aren't you more concerned with Melina finding out? Not so much what your fanbase thinks, but also it's like, I'm some crazy person now, you could just say you exaggerated. Destiny, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, okay, lol. And maybe in the future, yeah. Tease me and make me tweet it out sometime, smile. Anna, oh, true, now you're giving me ideas, smile, lots of ideas. Destiny, I'll fix it sometime publicly, okay? Until then, you can work on your essays on your bed while I rub your legs and feet, okay? So, I'll fix your public reputation that's causing you to OCD spiral repeatedly one day, but for now, I want to keep having sexual interactions with you. And doing this weird roleplay.
Ever being presented ever in any public place ever, despite everybody saying it over and over again. I just feel like it's really fucking cringe. I've heard Ethan and other people argue that, like, streamers shouldn't, engage with fans in any sexual manner or whatever. If you want to have that opinion, I guess you can. I think it's kind of a funny one because personally, I would argue that there's way more like power dynamics at play between creators versus just creator fans. Because for a creator fan, basically the worst thing that can happen is the person stops watching you, I guess, and maybe you lose a subscriber. But creator stuff can be a lot more strange because now both of your jobs are potentially on the line. One person has a lot more to gain than the other person. There's like,
wait,
people
why does he only... Dude, he only gives one side of that. Dude, it's like so blatant.
Like power dynamics at play between creators versus just creator fans. Because for a creator fan, basically the worst thing that can happen is the person stops watching you, I guess, and maybe you lose a subscriber.
The worst thing can happen between a creator and a fan is the person stops watching and you lose a subscriber. But no, there's obviously there's a lot of worse. That's the worst thing that can happen to the content creator. There's a lot worse things they could do to the fan.
But creator stuff can be a lot more strange because now both of your jobs are potentially on the line. One person has a lot more to gain than the other person. There's like, people have seen creators split before. Those situations can lend themselves to like insanely problematic dynamics. Not to say that those shouldn't happen either. I'm just saying that it's always good to like keep in mind that there are red flags, yellow flags, but it doesn't necessarily mean something is like predatory or abusive or manipulative or evil.
Correct. Correct. You would need more evidence. Huh. Okay.
Or whatever else. The okay. Okay, all right. I've segmented this off into segments. I'm playing most of this video straight down.
Welcome back, guys, to another video VOD on demand. Today I'm going to be addressing, once again,
relationships outside of what he gives. If he went outside, not everyone are creators or fans.
Very true. Thank you for the $5. Thank you.
the allegations leveled against Destiny. Since we put out our last video, there's been a lot of chatter about things that we may have got wrong. So I'd like to clarify what I got wrong and also to clarify what I got right. So I do want to start though by setting the expectations and just kind of giving some context to who this guy Destiny is. I think
just as a quick thing, I like that before he gets into the meat of, you know, all of his criminal accusations, we're going to spend like 15 minutes poisoning the well. But okay, sure.
A lot of people haven't seen this. And when you just, I feel this context is important when understanding this story. So
also, major props to Ethan. I can tell that he inhaled the fuck up before doing this video, so I wouldn't make fun of his cough. I'm glad I can encourage you to adopt healthier habits.
If you'll indulge me here.
The thing is, you know, Destiny, after Destiny said that, Ethan was actually on H3 podcast being like, oh, I didn't realize, but you're meant to use your inhaler like every day and like regularly. It doesn't work if you just use it in emergencies.
I'm going to pull up some clips from this Ryan Beard video on him that was recently made. And I think these clips are more relevant now than ever before. So let's take a look at them. Section here of harming women. I'm going to show you guys a few.
Around the end of 2011, Destiny sexually assaulted a woman on his live stream. I'm not using the word allegedly here because we have video of him doing it and he has openly admitted that it was sexual assault.
I would say that in my streaming career in the past, like totally publicly, like I completely and totally like sexually assaulted a girl on stream.
It's just like, it's crazy that everyone's like, yeah, I thought the coughing was a Tourette's thing too, and everyone always said the coughing was a Tourette's thing. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't make fun of it. There's nothing you can do about it. What? Apparently, once he started taking his inhaler again, it went away. So he could have fucking done something about it like 6 months ago, a year ago, couldn't he? We wouldn't have had to sit through these disgusting segments where he's going into the fucking mic every 2 seconds.
For like fucking 5 minutes or whatever. I got super fucking drunk and was like grabbing her fucking breast the entire time.
Later, Destiny has attempted to downplay his actions here by tweeting, "I was drunk off my ass, literally for the first time in my life." And he said that at the time, he didn't understand how bad it was, but now, looking back years later, he understands that it was reprehensible behavior.
It's like that one guy, Mango, who got like totally canceled for did, but way worse. Mango wasn't actually groping people. And also, I like this.
It's like, first of all, how old was Mango again? Wasn't this like a known problem? But okay.
There's this pretense that like, as long as you're radically honest about what you did, it's okay. It's like,
it's called based.
Did you just say you were groping a woman on stream for 5 minutes? But anyway, that's not, honestly.
He's back to it.
Okay. For the first one, okay, because I know that Ryan likes this clip and a bunch of people like bring this up. One, this incident occurred in 2011, okay? This was 14 years ago when I was 22 years old, all right? I don't understand how Ethan can say that I'm downplaying my actions when in the video, I literally explicitly say, I feel like this was sexual assault. I said that my feelings on it and how acceptable the behavior is has changed since then. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do about that besides that. Is this just a thing that like you want to bring up over and over again for reasons?
Okay, I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go back. I almost want to bring up the Ryan Beard video. I would have to go I feel like he's like flip-flopped, and Mia Rose said he's never like apologized to her, like directly. And he's only done it to his stream. It's sort of like you can say, my feelings might have changed over time. But it's like, show some contrition. Show some actual contrition. Say, yeah, that was really fucked up of me. Go say fucking sorry to the woman you sexually assaulted by your own description. Like, you sexually assaulted this woman. But the least you could do is go, hey, that happened a long time ago. I feel really bad about that. Sorry about that. I know sorry doesn't quite fix it, but listen, I just want you to know that I know that wasn't okay, and that was totally fucked up of me. You know? Show some contrition, show some remorse. I think that's what people want, Destiny. I think that's what people are asking for from you. Dude.
You know, he can say that, like, I'm downplaying my actions because I brought up that we were drunk or whatever. I mean, like, Mia has said the exact same thing. This was years ago.
Okay, let's make sure we actually read this tweet in case he doesn't read the whole thing. It was years ago, but I chalked it up to being young, everyone had too much to drink, and I wanted to be around those people to get my name out. I know Destiny's toxic, but I have no issues with him. I do have issues with him spreading the wrong info, like on Swifty IRL.
I chalked it up to being young, everyone had too much to drink, but I wanted to be around these people to get my name out. I know Destiny's toxic, but I have no issues with him. I do have issues with him spreading the wrong info, like on Swifty. I think I said something about Swifty at this time, 2020, I don't know what's going on. My subreddit literally brought up, like, the whole excessive drinking thing, Destiny's surrounded by drunks, egging him on. It would be nice if Mia Rose would be a bro since she's mostly sober and tells me to sleep, blah, 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 blah. Just to be clear, this is no fault of hers. It just sucks he doesn't have any blah, blah, blah. Okay, right.
Like, we're bringing up Reddit comments from 14 years ago where they're like, actually, no, Destiny's the real victim on your subreddit. Comments on your subreddit 14 years ago, just going on about what? Destiny is surrounded by drunks egging him. It would be nice if Mia Rose would be a bro since she's mostly sober and tell him he needs to go to sleep and kill the stream. Pretty not cool for everyone in the house with him right now. Dude. I was 22. I had no agency. The woman I was sexually assaulting should have told me to go to bed. What?
Right. Crazy drinking stream. I think this is my first time getting intoxicated ever. Not good, though. But, I mean, I said as much. So I don't understand when people want to bring up, like, this thing over and over again. Like, I've already said it's not good. I don't stand by it. Like, I think it's a bad thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say about that. Like, I've said that as much. I communicated with Mia Rose privately. Oh, Jesus, she just tweeted 11 hours ago. I didn't know how this archived. I just want to put it out there that the Omni-Liberal did apologize to me wholeheartedly. He did wholeheartedly. He was the only person to actually answer my phone call at Twitch.com.
Oh, this is this year. This is after Ryan Beard's video. Alright, so I guess he has apologized to her. Fair enough.
Not all these other idiots that were clout chasers. People make mistakes, they grow up and learn, and I guess you just tweeted 11 hours ago. Jesus, this again. It was like 15 years ago. I'm over it. Y'all should be too. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about this. Also, I also speak hyperbolically.
I mean, yeah, obviously, I don't think, you know, you can't just say, no one ever bring this up because it happened a long time ago. I think that's fucking retarded from Destiny. But I will say that's totally reasonable. That's an update since the Ryan Beard videos. He has actually apologized to her, and she said that, and she said she's cool with the apology. So, fair enough on that.
And I know that it's epic and hilarious when you want to be good faith, but then when you're not, you're going to take everything literally. It was not 5 minutes of groping. I'm pretty sure it was like 5 seconds. Not that that makes it good, not that it makes it acceptable, but I wasn't literally sitting there hanging on her boobs for 5 fucking minutes, okay, on the stream. But so I literally have no fucking idea what else I'm supposed to do about this, or what I'm supposed to say about this, other than a good job, I guess. So pattern 1, okay. 14 years ago, 2011. Okay. First part of the pattern. All right.
That's far from the worst thing I'm about to show you.
Far from the worst. It gets way worse from here, guys.
Here's the next one where he admits to sharing photos of a 15-year-old who sent him bikini shots with his homies and how he couldn't barely resist the urge of wanting to have sex with her.
In 2012, when Destiny was 23, he shared in a group chat with a couple of his friends the messages, "You want to see the sickest shit in the world? So many fangirls. I had one that was 15. She wanted to meet and hook up. dude, she's 15, what the fuck? But she sent me pictures that made it so hard to say no. Then Destiny linked a picture of this girl in a bikini in the chat and said, girl on the left, so hard to say no. Gonna get arrested one of these MLGs, man. So in these logs, when Destiny was 23, he said that it was really hard to turn down hooking up with this 15-year-old because she looked so good in this picture of her in a bikini. He then shared this lewd image of a child with his friends and said that he's gonna get arrested someday.
Imagine receiving a bikini pic from a 15-year-old in your DMs, a fan of yours, and being like, she's so fucking hot, I need to share this with the boys.
Chat log, I was talking with a bunch of other esports guys, and we were basically talking about how crazy the fucking jailbait is in the gaming communities. It's ridiculous. I think I said something along the lines of like, there are 15-year-old chicks that are like hot as fuck that will like try to send you pictures to like fuck you at events and shit, and it's like, you have to be really careful when you navigate that.
So what is the admitting to jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation to?
I never admitted to jerking off. I think I just said like this, I think the log is
I
like
haven't even caught that up until now. I never admitted to
15-year-old chicks that are like hot as fuck that will like try to send you pictures to like fuck you at events and shit, and it's like you have to be really careful when you navigate that.
So what is the admitting to jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation to?
I never admitted to jerking off.
I never admitted that. I never admitted that.
I think I just said like this.
Oh
I think the
God.
log is something like this 15-year-old chick was trying to send me, or was sending me pictures of herself, and she was hot as fuck. It's like really hard to like turn down some of these people. I think.
Wait,
I said
how old
something-
was she?
She said she was 15.
So you did get pictures from a 15-year-old?
Not nudes though. Sorry, I should specify. I think a couple pics of her like at the beach or some shit. But
in swimwear?
Yeah.
So you're getting swimwear pics from 15-year-olds?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. This shit is fucking crazy. Shit is fuck.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry, guys. Anyone who's defending this man needs to know that, okay? But again.
Okay, so again for timeline, this is 2012, okay? 13 years ago when I was 23. I feel like if the goal is to say that I'm a pedophile, it feels kind of weird that I wouldn't fuck the 15-year-old. I'm just saying, if the argument is going to be that I'm a pedophile, wouldn't I be posting saying like, look at this hot 15-year-old jailbait that I hooked up with? Wouldn't that be—
Okay, you were saying all of that except the I hooked up with her part. You were saying, I'm not going to hook up with her because I would get arrested.
Be the statement or whatever, but regardless, back in the day, for anybody that was alive or back there in the crazy gaming times, MLG events were literally fucking cesspools of crazy shit. Of fans and creators hooking up, of fans and fans hooking up, creators and creators hooking up, people getting raped, people getting drugged, people doing drugs, people raping people. There was just crazy shit. And one of the issues back then as well, because everybody involved in pro gaming was so young, and I think even actually that might even be true today. I don't know how young people are today. Like everybody is literally like 14 to 22 at these events. It's just like all sorts of people that are going here. And one of the things is people would message you, people would DM you. Obviously, if you were a big streamer, if you were a big player, and they would send you pictures. They're like, hey, we should hook up, blah, blah, blah. And at the time, I think there were people who were getting in trouble for hooking up with underage people. Yeah, I messaged my little team or whatever. Obviously, those DMs were pretty crass. But I mean, the whole point is like, hey, like there are going to be people that DM you. They'll send you pictures. They look older than they actually are. Don't fuck a minor. Your life is going to be over. Don't do it. If you want to like sit here and virtue signal about how, oh no, like every single person above or below this age, like it's the second they turn 18 or 22, they instantly look attractive or like this, I'm not here for that. If that's what you want to do, then go for it. But I mean, yeah, again, I don't know why I would not fuck the—
Isn't this total cap? Which part? Which part is like total cap? There's like an element of cap and an element of truth to different parts of it, you know? It's like all, because, you know, there is like, the thing is, here's the issue with this, right? 15's quite young, okay? Now, is it possible this 15-year-old looked really old? And actually, this is in no way indicative of any kind of pathology, and Destiny's repeated statements of people around this age is in no way related to any kind of pathology. Yeah, maybe there's a world where that's the case. Maybe that's a world where that's the case, where this 15-year-old, which just looks so old that Destiny could have mistaken her for like a 25-year-old or a 20-year-old or something, you know, when he first saw her. But when you've got all these other it's like how many times does this happen before it's like, okay, it seems like you just really target people around the age of consent. You really, that's your field. That's where you play ball. Is somewhere around the age of consent. Goldilocks zone. Dude. And like, you know, if that's like the one thing you've got, or even if there's like a couple other things, like, you know, I knew about this when I used to watch Destiny, and I always said, you know, it's not like, it doesn't show that he's 100% a pedophile, right? It doesn't, and the fact is that he didn't go through with it. So while you can think it's like, you know, there's probably something wrong with this guy, you know, if this girl probably looked quite young, it's not really, it's in no way conclusive, and it's not really like, there wasn't a, the act wasn't committed. It's just sort of like creepy, creepy, lecherous kind of behavior that you shouldn't be doing with like a 15-year-old. It's like the idea that I had to send the picture to show that these girls look so much older than they actually are. No, you didn't. You're sharing around the picture in your group chat with your friends because it's the hot 15-year-old. That's like that's clearly your mindset when you're sharing around that image, right? It's not just, whoa, big what? PSA, guys. PSA, guys. PSA, guys. You know, make sure you're careful at these MLGs. Make sure you always ID at MLG. That's not what he was doing. He was like, dude, some of these 15-year-olds, like, you know, like he does now. Yeah, it was like, Zam, she's 15. It wasn't, warning, guys. This is the warning. This is the warning. So, yeah, it's like it's kind of bullshit spin. It's just like not the worst, you know, a 23-year-old doing that, is that the worst thing in the world? No. Is it gross? Yeah. It's gross and creepy, but you can come back from that. The thing is that behavior hasn't really changed in 13 years.
Like Mgirl has said, it's a spectrum and Destiny has a whole lot of data points on the pedo side.
Okay, well, Mr. Girl says Destiny isn't a pedo. He's just a rich man who gets to do whatever he wants. So, and that's what they do.
The person, if I'm a pedophile, or maybe Ethan's argument is going to be that I become a pedophile later on in life, and I wasn't back then, but yeah. Also, these are people who, by the time I learn my age, typically they would message you, send you a pic or whatever. By the time I learn their age, I stop talking to this person, right? It's not like, oh my God, I continue to talk to this person after I found out they're 15. It's like they chat you up for a little bit, you're like, wait a second, how old are you? And they're like, oh, I'm 15, 16, 17. It's like, oh, nope, okay, well, don't talk to this person. Yeah, I've never received also like nudes or lewds or any crazy thing like this. Like, I think the thing I said was like a beach picture, somebody on the beach. There's like an Instagram, I don't know if it was Instagram back then, if that existed, but yeah, but okay.
That's not it. That's not all, folks. Here's another one. When he was 26.
A couple years later in 2015, when Destiny was 26, he shared in his chat, I would fuck the shit out of that 15-year-old. What the fuck? There's no way that chick is 15. So now we've seen two separate occasions.
Guys, this is not normal. You just don't type that kind of stuff. Unless you're like Jared Fogle in a chat with his homies, you know?
For as much as Destiny has done for this space, all he gets in return is Kuihman doing his snark shtick. Epstein is fighting for his life. Thanks.
Thank you for the $5, Billy. Thank you. Huge appreciate.
You know? Like, he's speaking openly with the dogs who are like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You would never say, this is not normal. And like, he keeps getting older and older.
Yes, that's how time works. I do indeed continue to get older.
But the girls stay the same age.
He loves that joke. He said this joke in like 50 different shows that I've watched at this point.
My name is Vic.
So it's a pattern because it happened 15 years ago, and 14 years ago, and 13 years ago, and 12 years ago. Oh, so that's a pattern now?
It's up for you to decide if you think I genuinely am typing in my chat about how hot this girl is and me wanting to fuck her, or if this is just a crazy thing I'm saying in chat about some crazy clip posted in chat, but I went back and I found what it was in chat, and this was it.
My name is Victoria, and I'm 15 years old, and I don't care what my mama says, I'm gonna have a baby. I will do whatever it takes to take care of my baby. If it has 10,000 toxins in my body, then so be it. I'm gonna adjust my baby in all brand names, and if I can't support it, then I guess I'm gonna steal it. My mama thinks that I'm not ready to have a baby, but I have everything my baby will need. If my baby gets cold and it needs a blanket, it's alright because I have it. And if my baby needs clothes, it's cool because I have tons of them. And if my baby loses the pacifiers, I have 3 more. I'm not just having sex with 1, not 2, but 3 different guys. That's right, I'm a player, but that's cool because I got it like that. My life dreams are to drop out of school, to be on Girls Gone Wild and to have my...
Okay, I don't see the joke other than... Also, that girl kind of looks like a 15-year-old Anna or Baby Peach, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really see the joke. It feels like you were just saying you... What am I missing here? What am I missing here? What was, like, the crazy joke here? The joke is that you would have sex with her, catch up. Well, that's what I thought the joke was, but Destiny seems to be saying the joke is something else. Destiny seems to be saying that if I watched that clip, I would actually come away with a different impression. That seemed to be how that was being presented. Was, look, I found the clip. This is what I was responding to. You tell me if I was saying that I would, you know, commit a crime here. And I see the clip, it's like, yeah, I think you are saying you would commit a crime. What?
It's 26.
A couple years later, in 2015, when Destiny was 26, he shared in his chat, "I would fuck the shit out of that 15-year-old. What the fuck? There's no way that chick is 15." So now we've seen two separate occasions.
Guys, this is not normal. You just don't type that kind of stuff. Unless you're like Jared Fogle in a chat with his homies, you know? Like, he's speaking openly with the dogs who are like, yeah, I know exactly.
Destiny thinks he's a comedian, but I've never laughed at anything he says. Isn't Destiny's favorite stand-up comedian fucking Tony Hinchcliffe?
Exactly what you mean. You would never say, this is not normal. And, like, he keeps getting older and older.
Yes, that's how time works. I do indeed continue to get older.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said that. I'm like 90% sure he has said that Tony Hinchcliffe is his favorite comic. I'm like 90% sure he said that.
Loves that joke. He said this joke in like 50 different shows that I've watched at this point.
My name is Vic.
I'll leave it up for you to decide if you think I genuinely am typing in my chat about how hot this girl is and me wanting to fuck her, or if this is just a crazy thing I'm saying in chat about some crazy clip posted in chat, but I went back and I found what it was in chat, and this was it.
My name is Victoria, and I'm 15 years old, and I don't care what my mama says, I'm gonna have a baby. I will do whatever it takes to take care of my baby. If it has 10,000 toxins in my body, then so be it. I'm gonna adjust my baby in all brand names, and if I can't support it, then I guess I'm gonna steal it. My mama thinks that I'm not ready to have a baby, but I have everything my baby will need. If my baby gets cold and it needs a blanket, it's alright because I have it. And if my baby needs clothes, it's cool because I have tons of them. And if my baby loses the pacifiers, I have 3 more. I'm not just having sex with 1, not 2, but 3 different guys. That's right, I'm a player, but that's cool because I got it like that. My life dreams are to drop out of school, to be on Girls Gone Wild, and to have my baby. And there's nothing my stupid mother can say to change my mind.
Okay. I've now watched that through twice, from the quote to the end of the clip. I am completely lost as to what the joke is here, other than Destiny expressing sexual interest in a teenage girl. I truly do not understand. This is one of those jokes you might have to, unfortunately, explain for us, Steven.
Okay, so it could have been a genuine confession for my pedophilic urges, or it could be an edgy joke in chat. I don't know. You decide.
Again, that's not all.
I think it's not pedophilic necessarily, okay, if you don't like that label. It's not necessarily a primary exclusive attraction to prepubescent girls. Okay, if he doesn't like that label, we can ditch that label. I believe the point of that joke was you, in an edgy way, expressing the sentiment that you were sexually attracted to the girl in the video. Because you knew that would be a subversive, but true thing to say. That's what I think, that's what my read is. If you can explain the joke in a different way, then I'm more than willing to hear it. But that seems to be what the joke there was, is you saying something that is like kind of honest, but also blatantly socially not unacceptable, where you're seeing this video and you think, maybe I would. That seems to be the joke.
Oh, folks.
But the colloquial definition of pedophile is some...
Oh, and then also I guess although I guess he's building a pattern of behavior. Again, this was a joke in my chat in 2015. Okay? But that's okay. We're building our pattern. All right.
That's not all, folks.
pedophile, but the colloquial definition of pedophile is someone who is attracted to children, and Destiny is at least somewhat attracted to children.
There are some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't help that. Like some people mature fucking older.
Destiny
Okay, so again, you can have issues with what I'm saying, but definitionally, I'm literally talking about people that look older than 15.
So, okay. But then, yeah, so let's combine that statement with the last joke you made. Let's combine these two.
Colloquial definition of pedophile is someone who is attracted to children, and Destiny is at least somewhat attracted to children.
There are some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't help that. Like some people mature fucking older.
Destiny.
So he says that there, and then the chat a minute ago, his joke was what? There's no way she's 15, but you know he'd fuck the shit out of her. So we've now got you're saying it seriously here. And you're saying it as a joke back here, but there's no explanation for the joke other than it being sort of like an earnest expression in a way.
Okay, so again, you can have issues with what I'm saying, but definitionally, I'm literally talking about people that look older than 15, 16. Not teenagers are hot, I love teenagers, but some 15, 16-year-olds can look older. That's the opposite of pedophilia, but listen, if that's what you want to say, that's fine, okay? We'll keep going through it.
And another streamer who got exposed for having sex with a 14-year-old by saying, even if he did bang a 14-year-old, no, that's not what pedophile means. Go look it up. Seriously, if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they are young, you have absolutely no business whatsoever commenting on the issue, period. It makes you look uneducated.
He's like, it is so outrageous, sir, that you would call someone sleeping with a 14-year-old pedophilia. How dare you, sir? Even if you want to play this game where it's like, actually, I want to fuck 16 and 17-year-olds. There's 14 is pushing it. 14. What are we talking about? This man was like, yeah, you can fuck a 14-year-old. That's not the same thing. Guys,
I don't know if I don't think I've ever said that ever. But
are we all hearing the same thing? It's 14. This dude has made it like his personal crusade to normalize fucking children. Like how many?
That's a wild statement to say based off what we've seen so far. I did go back and I found the post for this because I was curious. I think I made an OP here that basically has to do. It basically has to do with like streaming is a little bit different and crazy because you have so much access into people's lives you don't traditionally get. At the bottom of this post, I literally say one of the incidents that I brought up was this guy Stefano got in trouble because he was 19 and he DM'd some player saying that he abused a 14-year-old, and everybody took that as he fucked him because this guy's French, not because their abuse is sex, but because of a ESL thing. I literally say at the bottom here, I'm not taking a side on any of these issues or commenting on this happened. I'm just giving food for thought about like the level of access that you have to people's lives here. I was never defending this in this post. I'm not defending this anywhere. I think I was an edgy like internet atheist, and we did the, if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they're young, the difference between pedophile or whatever the fuck else. I will say that if that's like a creepy thing that people are doing to advocate for, I guess like fucking kids.
You've been seeing this girl for a month? Around a month,
yeah. Oh, he's got the clip. He's got the clip. He's got the clip of Ethan making the same argument. Unfortunate. Ethan over-egged. Ethan overextended. Went too far on this. Now he's gonna get fucking eviscerated for it.
Fuck off. Is Brandon good at sex?
Honestly, yeah.
She's 17.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Brandon. What's up?
What? Anyway,
she couldn't get into Jason's party because she wasn't 18. Like, I knew about this. That's when I distanced myself. And Jason would always be pissed at me that I wouldn't film with Brandon. I'm like, he's an actual, like, pedophile. And we're actually, like, and he's, like, 24.
Having sex with a 17-year-old isn't pedophilia.
It's pedophilia, for sure.
Oh, yeah, Ethan?
With a minor, for sure, was. That's an actual pedophile. Like, it's a child. 17-year-old is a child.
Alex, man, I wish there was a way to hate both these people at the same time. Unfortunately, it's not possible, and I have to love one of them. Well, you know, I find it very easy to hate both of these people. Where is this? Sorry. I just want to decide. I'm not going to do a segment on this, but I want to pull this up quickly. The ViewBot stuff. Where is the ViewBot stuff that came out? There were some graphs I saw. Yeah, here we are. It turns out, guys, Yeah, for all the crying and seething about Hassan, for all the claims for being like a Nepo baby and shit like that, Hassan is actually the only real streamer on Twitch. Hassan is the only real streamer on Twitch. So basically, just to explain how this works to you guys, these botting services will open up a huge amount of accounts on a single day. And so you can tell when someone has a huge mismatch of like account creation dates. That means there are a bunch of bot accounts in their chat because a huge number of the accounts were made, or like a statistically impossible number of the accounts were made on the exact same day, right? So Asmongold here, you can see massive, just insane spikes on the join dates for the accounts. Just absolutely these insane spikes for Asmongold. And then you see Hassan, and it is just flat. Just a total flat line. Just like perfect distribution. Zero botting. No fucking around. Yeah, like everyone in OTK was botting like crazy. Like Mizkif, Tectone, all these guys were just botting like fucking crazy. And they're all legit, and they all desperately circle Hassan as well. It's just so funny. It does just, I'm sorry, but Hassan keeps winning. He does. You can only, you know, pretend to hate this guy for so long. When he's winning like this. I look at Tectone's fucking streams, man. Look at this fucking, look at the join dates for Tectone. Look at this, look at Blood's join dates. Look at Blood's fucking graphs. Embarrassing stuff, man. So embarrassing.
So, okay, whatever. I don't need to debate that, but it's illegal. Well, pedophile is someone that has sex with kids.
She's a child. That's a child.
But you don't magically become not a child when you go turn from when the clock ticks midnight.
That actually is like how it works. Yeah. Like you also have no business being with like an 18-year-old, but like 17 is an actual child. It's actually legal. Like you actually should go to jail.
But, okay, well, I'm not here to debate that. But some states it's 16.
But it's not that in California.
I know it's illegal. It's fun.
So I mean, like, if that counts as like ardently defending trying to fuck kids, then maybe me and Ethan are just born to justify it. I don't know.
How many times are you going to go on the record protecting it? He goes, 17 is cool. 15 is cool.
Never said either of those things.
14 is...
I feel like most people really hated Hassan around both the sort of 2020 election, BLM riots, and Ukraine invasion. I feel like those are the points in time where most people's Hassan hate, like plugged in people, hated Hassan. Because it was like, you were probably against, like, insane rioting, probably against Russia invading Ukraine, and massively cared about, like, Ukrainian sovereignty and stuff like that, and not pretending that it's just, like, all Russians should all belong to Russia and all this shit, like Hassan was kind of playing footsie with. And, hating the way he acted in the, primaries, in the Dem primaries. Those are like the big things I think polarized people against Hassan. I don't know why you would be super polarized against Hassan over the Israel stuff. Has he fucked things up? Yes, 100%. I would say, you know, obviously the JDAM thing was a big fuck up in his reporting. You know, apparently there's a new video out like the last week where someone just did like a video where they watched like Hassan's stream for a week and just sit there and like autistically nitpick all like the errors in research that he has. And I'm sure that's like rife in Hassan's stream. But errors in research just don't motivate people to hate someone quite like an actual like difference in stance does. And when most people are sort of on board with Israel sucks at this point, I think it's a tough sell that, oh, well, sometimes he gets things wrong. To, like, convince people to hate him. When there's, like, the other side is, like, you know, Destiny and Ethan shelling Israel like crazy, and Destiny's flying out to Israel to give talks to IDF soldiers where he's telling them not to record their war crimes. You know.
Haven't said that.
Not pedophilia, guys. Is 13 pedophilia?
Haven't said any, like
12?
Not sure if this is his own fantasy that he's projecting on me, or
where does it stop? I'd like to know his opinion on that.
There's like this clip where Destiny's talking in Israel to a bunch of Israelis. I don't know if they're actually IDF soldiers or if they were just talking about like joining the IDF. But Destiny's talking to these people. He's like, "You guys need to stop bringing out your phones. When you if you're gonna do some stupid shit like rummage through some Gazan person's underwear drawer, at least put your fucking phone away."
You know, it's a lot of people. Kids start hitting puberty at 12. Some girls start hitting puberty earlier than that. Is 10?
Doesn't follow his own advice, by the way. Doesn't follow his own advice.
Hit puberty by 10. Is that not pedophilia? Stephen Bennell II. By the way, the second is just junior. Okay, you don't get to play the
second is not junior. They are different on your birth certificate. The reason why I'm not junior is because my dad just didn't want to be called senior, so he wrote mine in as the second, so he could be the first. I'm sorry if that bothers you, but
Royal Guard game with just being the second. In fact, that's just junior, which ironically is what you call all the girls you date. Come on over here, Junior. Come sit in Daddy's lap.
Hey, dude.
Another pedophile joke, but okay.
Yeah, but guess what, guys?
I mean, Ethan just won. Ethan actually caught him there, and he's like seething.
There's more.
Incident is when him and his friends, the Bro Squad, watched an 8-year-old boy shake his penis for them on a live stream.
I shouldn't tell this because I'm gonna get fucking arrested. Or child protective services.
By the way, how many times has he said that?
I haven't looked into any of that.
Once is enough.
Yeah, Nina.
Has he said?
I'll maybe look into it off stream and see. I don't know.
This like 3 times. He's like, I shouldn't tell you guys this because I'm gonna get arrested for child porn. 3? How many times are we gonna tell that joke?
I haven't gotten into Ethan's jokes yet, but I do think it's kind of funny that I feel like I've heard him say similar things.
It's called Children's Joy TV for a reason. The guy knows how to give pleasure to children. Children's Joy TV, baby gets anal raped by a syringe and gets injected with AIDS virus.
When we see something like this, are we supposed to call the police?
Am I on a... I feel like I'm definitely on the FBI watch list now.
Yeah.
I don't know how many FBI watch list jokes he's made. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But that's
a very different, that's a completely different joke. That is like a completely different joke. That is not remotely the same thing.
You used to be part of this horrible thing called the Bro Squad, okay? Fucking me, if you remember that fucking Cheeks bitch, and fucking
I hate listening to myself talk a long time ago. Oh my fucking god.
We're part of the Bro Squad, and what we would do is we would go around Justin TV streams, trolling the shit out of these people. And we went around from fucking channel to channel, like fucking around. Like it was this horrible shit. We went to this channel with this fucking this kid was like 8 years old, and he was fucking broing out with everybody in this chat. For whatever fucking reason, this kid decides to fucking take his...
Now that she knows how I feel watching this guy's content. Like, yeah, it is like repulsive and uncomfortable. You're right.
Pants off and fucking wiggle his 8-year-old dick on screen. I can't even believe it. Oh my fucking god. It was like, I didn't even know, like, we were on Skype, we were like, holy shit. Like, we had to do like a double take because we didn't even fucking know, like, what the fuck was on. Like, we were looking at like an 8-year-old dick, like, on the fucking screen. And his fucking brother, we call him Captain Push-Ups, would like come in the room. And this guy was like fucking 14 years old. He had his shirt off. He was like this, like watching the stream the entire time and shit. Oh my god.
What's interesting is he makes it seem like this kid just happened to take his dick out, but they clearly spent a lot of time there because they like had a nickname for the brother who was there watching the whole time. Like this was an intimate setting in which there was a lot of time spent.
Okay, so again, I don't know why Ethan projects his own fantasies onto this. So this was a thing that happened back in 2010, which is 15 years ago. But if we want to go back, that's fine. I will say in the early days of live streaming websites were literally the wild west of crazy, unhinged fucking shit. Me and a few other people, plenty of people would bounce between Ustream, Livestream, Justin TV, and you could find old dudes doing conspiracy theories. You could find people doing self-harm. You could find copyright material being played. You could find just like a bunch of crazy shit. We popped into this dude's stream. We were trolling in chat for a little bit. Nobody's saying like, "Oh my god, yes!" Like, take your fucking whatever the fuck Ethan is fantasizing here. There were no long-term relationships with any of these people. It was a crazy fucking thing that happened. We left the stream immediately after. I don't know why he likes to project whatever other fantasy of spending a lot of time there or getting to know the person. Maybe he's done trolling like this in the past, and I'm just not aware of. But
here's another one, guys. In case you haven't seen enough, this one comes to you courtesy of the Pope, Nicholas Diorio. or whatever it is they do.
God bless.
God bless. Nicholas bless.
Years old. That's an adult. That's an adult dog. No. No. You. Okay. I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's
Okay, that's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst clip. That's the worst clip.
okay. I'm 29.
Okay, this is like retarded from Nick as well. Again, like this is never-ending problem with people like Nick is they cannot help themselves from virtue signaling and fucking everything up. Cannot help themselves from virtue signaling and fucking everything up. His point in this clip is it's bad to fuck 19-year-olds, okay? Saying 19 is basically 15 to me. He's not saying 50, like, there's a different implication. As much as these statements may on the face of them seem very similar, there's a different implication if you say 15-year-olds are basically 19-year-olds to me versus 19-year-olds are basically 15-year-olds to me, right? Depending on the way you say this, it carries a slightly different implication. One of them implies 15-year-olds are basically above 18, which is not good. That's no good. Now, a more reasonable statement might be 19-year-olds are basically 15-year-olds to me, saying 19-year-olds are so dumb they might as well be below 18. You know, they might as well be below 8. They're so childish they might as well be below 18. These are quite different statements. And Nick is acting as though he's saying the former when he's actually saying the latter. And Destiny is going to use that to weasel out of this.
A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the fucking same, dude. Don't give me this fucking...
That's such an interesting
This is exactly what we're saying.
Because it's all the same, bro. 15, 13, 14, 15. It's all the same, bro. I'm 29. Huh? And also, on the other hand, it also is a self...
Yeah, exactly, Ryan Beard. Yeah, Ryan, you have to do the extra work to point out why that clip is damning for Destiny, right? You can't just virtue signal it the way it sounds because he's saying 19 and 15 the same. You have to do the extra work of explaining, well, if you actually think this about 19-year-olds, why are you fucking with 19-year-olds? Why are you fucking with people even younger? If you understand this, if you think that's so insane...
Because it suggests he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means when he says it knows exactly what I'm doing. So this is a clip that gets thrown around a lot because people like to say that apparently everybody below 20 I view the exact same. That is one voice cut from that debate. If you listen to the actual debate here, I'm arguing with a dude who is literally trying to abduct a mentally retarded 19-year-old and take her to another state and impregnate her. Basically, every other time I'm speaking about this person and their age, I do refer to the fact they're 19, but it's not just the fact they're 19, there's a whole bunch of other things too.
AF's own words, a 19-year-old girl communicated with him online. He fell in love with her. He convinced her to leave her family and join him. And then after 3 weeks of being with her, a girl that had never lived on her own, worked a job, lived apart from her parents, been in a relationship, he convinced her to try to have a child with him.
First, I will say, I don't care about your moral offense, you piece of shit.
Sure, you don't have to care about my moral offense because the court already agreed with me about the moral offense. She had never lived on her own before, and despite all of this, you convinced her to leave her family without a word to join you and make a baby.
That's called love, you idiot.
That's called love? A 19-year-old girl? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, a 19-year-old girl can love, you idiot. Do you want people in the future to be scared of
so
going
does
out with
Destiny agree or disagree with that? Surely Destiny agrees with that now. A 19-year-old girl can love, you idiot. Melina is in love with me, you idiot. I take her from Sweden. I bring her to America.
mentally disabled people. Eventually, Destiny will find out and he will ruin their life. Now, it is a 19-year-old woman who was free to make her choices. Steven can come here and express moral offense. Who cares? Everyone in the chat says 19 is legal, Steven.
So why didn't she fight the court about being appointed a guardian, JF? If she wanted to...
She was intimidated, physically abused by her father.
This is why you never, ever argue sexual morality with a Frenchman on camera. That is incredibly wise, Deep. That is incredibly wise.
And intimidated into abandoning her rights.
You're saying that a girl was so easily intimidated that she quickly gave up her right to exist in an autonomous person, but you claim the same person was mature enough to make the decision to move in with you and bear your child?
The reality is that...
Like, there's a lot in this debate. It was not just that the fact that this girl was 19. This girl was declared mentally incompetent by a court.
Yeah, okay, but there was a... Yes. But separately, you made the point about 19-year-olds, not contingent on the mental disability.
Prevented her from being abducted by this guy.
Sure, yeah, because when you live with somebody...
All of these are from that same debate, by the way.
Melina was mature for her age.
Thank you for the $4.99. Thank you.
4 months.
Sure, yeah, because when you live with somebody...
Also, actually, a great time to show. Guys, 600 people here right now. 95 likes on stream, some is 500 people, and please move the cursor a thumbs up and clicking it or pressing a thumbs up on the mobile device. That'd be hugely appreciated. If you want to take your support one step further, you can do it directly through a Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat. Buy a super chat, which will highlight a message and read it on TTS, or buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF, we highlight in chat and I'll describe it to you. You go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Somebody, it's a totally different thing. So somebody tells me that they're in love with somebody that they've been talking to online, and then they up and just leave their family with no word, and they just drive cross country, and in a few weeks are trying to create a child with this person without a financial future, without any type of financial security. Yeah, there's a fuck ton of red flags there.
Apparently, she was intelligent enough to find a guy who wanted to care for her for the rest of his life and who had the amount of money required to survive for that long. And so go get fucked, moral.
I think
is extensive enough that 3,000 people watching live should hear his point of view about her life.
And here we have JF, the 32-year-old man, thrice married, who has found true love by talking to a 19-year-old mentally disabled girl who saw him on a podcast and messaged him on Skype. And after a few months, he's determined that she is his soulmate, and he wants to ship her off to North Carolina to put a baby in her.
And that's biology. I'm sorry you have a problem with it.
Yeah, biology.
Do you think, Destiny...
If this was just love, I honestly wouldn't care as much. It was that JF was trying to do, like, unstoppable damage, like permanent damage to her life by having a child with her. That's more than just love. If they were just living together or whatever, and then the father showed up, like, that's an entirely different situation. It's the fact that after living with her for a few weeks, JF is trying to get her pregnant. This is a girl that's never even lived on her own before. He thinks she could take care of a kid? That's comical.
I'm assuming...
Like, people that have ever watched this debate like to pretend that I was just screaming, like, 19, 19, 19, but there was way, way, way more going on here. You can rip one clip from it if you want, but...
From a guy heading to a bar...
Yeah, there are multiple points you make in this debate, yes. But there are discrete points that exist within a debate, right? You make individual arguments. Now, you can say, yeah, I overstated that argument. I don't actually think that about 19-year-olds. Even back then, I didn't think that. Or you could say, I did think that about 19-year-olds back then. As I've grown up, I kind of realized that it's not, it's kind of retarded to draw lines like that. Ultimately at 18, you should be able to figure out your own fucking life. And if you're not totally retarded, it'll be fine. Say something, but you can't just pretend that, oh, no, this was all actually contingent on it being mentally retarded, because it wasn't, because you were making individual discrete points. Didn't he even have a debate with, I don't know if it's this debate, didn't he have a debate with, was it Coach Red Pill, where he's like, hand-wringing at Coach Red Pill for talking about chain fucking 18 and 19-year-old bimbos up and down America. He said some shit like that, and Destiny's like, oh, that's disgusting. Pretty sure that happened.
And buying a chick drinks and then paying for dinner and then like buying her a bunch of presents and treating her very well. It's the same fucking thing, man.
It's not
called,
though. It's not because no. There's a huge difference. It's the difference between consent versus informed consent. That the woman at the bar is a mature adult that has the mental faculty to make decisions about her future. A mentally retarded 19-year-old, this particular one, apparently, according to 2 psychiatrists, ruled that she did not have the faculty to make this decision. I'm curious. How would you feel about a 17-year-old girl doing this?
Depends on what.
Okay, how would you feel about a 15-year-old girl doing this?
No, I have a problem because
why?
This is now illegal.
So the only thing that matters to you is the law. Let's say we get rid of the law and we're just talking morality. How would you feel about JF doing this with a 15-year-old girl?
I would be very opposed to that. It's disgusting in my opinion. But however, I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say, dude. Because what if this girl was 30, but her mental state stayed as let's say a 14-year-old? So don't let her do it.
That's what we do. Yeah, Andy. There are people that get old who are appointed guardians for their entire lives because they're not mentally capable of living on their own. And if they do live on their own, no, it's not inhumane. We do this to prevent other people from taking advantage of them.
But okay, I guess you can pretend that debate was about me arguing that you should be able to fuck 19 and 15-year-olds. Okay.
Of some legal age of consent, whatever bullshit.
Just because of some legal age of consent bullshit? Huh? That's the age of consent. I think we all agree that's a good thing. Everyone but Destiny thinks that's good. We should have a minimum age so that adults can't have sex with children. That is bullshit. That is just an imagined line in the sand that I will not conform to. Okay? He's constantly...
Okay, so this idea of me saying that the age of consent is bullshit, that's not at all what I'm saying there, at all. Like, it was the exact opposite argument.
Okay, but you did say... Did he not say... Okay. Did he say the age of consent should be 17 or 16? What was the clip again? It's in that Hassan video. Was it on his main channel? I think so, right?
Speaking of my enemies, if you recall...
Give the rest, son. We don't care. It's not in here. I don't see it anywhere.
What the f...
Yeah. Wait, here.
Here's a hot take, but I would...
Now, obviously, this is not that surprising for many of you because you've probably seen Destiny defend lowering the age of consent before.
I feel like I could give so many hot takes, but I can never say them because when you
Here's
say
a hot
it's
take,
like-
but I would
Go
defend it. That's the. I'm not just saying hot takes, but saying my takes. Here's one I defend it. Ready?
Yeah.
16 and 17-year-old people should be legal.
Go.
Should be legal.
Okay, I gotta go. I'll be back in a little bit.
If you're gonna hold people that are 16 years old forever accountable for the dumb shit that they tweet, then you know what? They should have all the other rights and responsibilities that come along with being a fucking adult.
If 16-year-olds can have a Twitter account, you should be able to fuck them, actually. Huh? Huh? Destiny, the age for Twitter is 13. Steven?
Argument that just because this girl was 19 years old, the age of consent doesn't matter here. She was literally mentally fucking retarded. That was the point. I believe that quote comes from this segment.
Right? But nope, no communication with the parents. Gets the girl to pack up and leave. And now that you have this, the perfect specimen, okay? I have the girl with no family, no friends, okay, who is a retard, okay? Now you have this girl. What am I going to do? I'm going to put the baby in her. And now she's your slave forever. She has no friends, which she didn't. She has no family because he's cutting her off from them. She has nobody else that she can talk to, no support network. Now she has his baby, okay? She has no job, right? She has no real education, right? She's totally locked there, and she's his. That is fucking disgusting, okay? And that's kind of why, like, the fact that he still defends this behavior is really irritating to me, because what he did was fucking horrible. That kind of shit is literally fucking disgusting. That he would try to trap a little girl, and I don't want to be presumptuous. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if this upsets you because you're 19, or I'm sorry if this upsets you because you're 22 or something, right? Or if you're some legal guy or whatever, you know? When you're 19, you're a little kid, okay? Now, if you're 22, a 19...
I believe Destiny thinks 19-year-olds have equal ability to consent at a 15-year-old's or say a woman going through a full delusional manic episode.
Okay.
They have the best type of ability to consent for his interests as shown by his relationship history.
Thank you for the 333. Oh, was that even maybe more than 333? 1 minute. Let me check that, don't I? I should catch the 1337. Thank you.
18-year-old's not a kid to you, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the fucking same, dude. Don't give me this fucking, just because of some legal age of consent, whatever bullshit, I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old fucking freshman in school as I would a fucking sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards any of those people is really fucking weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay? I'm a real adult, okay? If your mom and dad, if you live with your mom and dad still pay all of your bills, you're still a virgin, you've never been in a relationship, you don't go to school, you've never even had a job before, you've never lived on your own, you're a child. You're very much a child. You don't know what it's like to wake up and go into work, to work a job you hate because you have to pay a bill, okay? You don't know what it's like to have to make a decision between getting kind of a cool car and a piece of shit car because you can't afford it. You don't know what it's like to get called in to have to work an extra fucking shift because you don't have any life experience. You don't know anything about anything. You're a child. So all the people in chat are like, no, 19 years old, that's an adult. That's an adult. Dog. No. No.
So I guess we can pretend that this was cut just to... Jesus Christ,
so you
bro.
said a 19-year-old is not an adult. Okay.
Wait, I think I exited the video.
Age of consent,
that I'm saying that, like, oh no, fuck the age of consent, let's fuck minors. Again, maybe Ethan's projecting something on me there. And again, like, it's funny to cut the, like...
Yeah, he's actually not making any arguments because he knows that you just have to make it up to vindicate him.
18-year-old or whatever. But, like, obviously there are some 19-year-olds that are more mature. There are some 23-year-olds that are less mature. Like... I've chatted with, like, you know, 22, 23-year-olds who are still, like, going to school and living with their parents and working on their masters who, like, are fighting with their parents. And those people are a lot different than even somebody a couple years younger, a 20-year-old who has lived on their own for a while. Obviously, ages are proxies for life stages, life developments, and everything else. But yeah, I mean, if you want to fantasize that I'm arguing against the age of consent, then go for it.
I think we all agree that's a good thing. Everyone but Destiny thinks that's good. We should have a minimum age so that adults can't have sex with children. That is bullshit. That is just an imagined line in the sand that I will not conform to.
Ryan, I don't think you understand. One thing Destiny's really good at... Okay, I got...
She was a working woman with life experience. Destiny is so gross.
Thank you for the $4.99. One thing Destiny's really good at is identifying maturity levels in teenagers, okay? So one thing he's really good at is after just a few conversations with someone, you just get a really good sense of like where they're at in their life. So if anyone knew which teenagers were okay to fuck, I think it would be Destiny, personally.
Okay, he's constantly blurring the line and trying to normalize the act of adults.
Like, is me saying that, like, the 19 and the 15-year-old will have as much in common if they're in school having anything, that's blurring the line to What do you think I'm blurring the line for? For making an argument why you should date or fuck 15-year-olds, or for saying why, like, even a 19-year-old is probably somebody who's in a significantly different life stage. It's more comparable to a 15-year-old than a 25-year-old or 30-year-old. Like, which direction do you think the line is being blurred here?
Sleeping with minors, right? Continually. This is the theme that we keep seeing. It's like, this is okay. This isn't that bad. This 15-year-old's hot. I want to fuck this 15-year-old, but I won't, et cetera, et cetera. This is a pattern. Long, long pattern.
I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old fucking freshman in school as I would a fucking sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards...
He's like freshman in college, sophomore in high school. It's all good, baby. Same.
Yeah, okay. Maybe if he wasn't watching Nicholas Fat Oreo stream, maybe he would actually have some actual context on what this conversation...
Look, exactly. This is exactly what I mean. Exactly what I mean. He's saying the opposite in that clip. They're presenting it as though he's saying 15 is as mature, like upwards, as 19, but he's saying 19 is downwards. That he gets to weasel out of it to his audience like this because he fucking retards can't nail on the criticism. Because they can't just say it the exact same way that Ryan Beard said it, and I've said it, and Jason said it, and literally everyone else said it. They have to go out on a limb, you know. This is a Willie Mac, Ethan, and Nick production, all right? It has to be retarded. It has to be low IQ, okay? They literally can't... There's no other way we can do it. We have to make it retarded. Can't say it the way Mr. Girl said it. Couldn't possibly do that. Couldn't possibly do that. That's certainly off the table. No, let's do this retarded shit. Let's do this retarded shit instead.
Conversation's about, but you know what? Listen, I love the clip champion. Do it more. I love it, okay?
I mean, those bikini pics in the DMs.
Those people is really fucking weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay?
And then there's one more clip I want to show you guys.
Okay, can't play the rest of that. Gotta move to the next thing. Okay.
Of when
Good one.
We were talking about Vosh and the lolly horse controversy. And he accidentally opened a folder and he had lolly and horse porn on his computer. And everybody was clowning on him, except one person. There was one person that came to his defense. Who was it?
F-bombs. The issue is that H3 and Destiny's audiences have fused. H3, Destiny, and a little bit Diorio, though Diorio has obviously staked out a pretty clear position for himself, like away from Destiny, because of his coverage of the leaks earlier. So a lot of his DGG types just didn't move over to Diorio's the way they did to H3. But they have kind of fused a little bit. So Ethan needs to be talking to Destiny's audience. Because Destiny's audience are filling up call centers, running 30 accounts each, working overtime on the H3 subreddit, trying to convince all of H3's middle-aged audience, middle-aged woman audience, that the Destiny's actually awesome.
Destiny. Why? Well, this take was so bizarre. I remember at the time being absolutely struck by it, and I pulled this straight from my memory because it was just so shocking to me. But here's his take on a lolicon, which is the pornographic hentai drawings involving children.
Did you see the lolly discussion on Reddit? You know, if Vosh was a better person and not such a piece of shit, I'd be in the trenches. Because you know what? Who the fuck cares about lolly? Who cares about drawn? Imagine your life is so boring that you give a fuck about animated cartoon girls.
Imagine your life so boring that you care about sexualizing children. Imagine being so bored in your life that you actually care if grown-ups want to fuck minors.
Like, that's not what we're talking about right now. Again, I know that he loves to make everything about pedophilia because Ethan has a rich history with obsessively making pedophilia jokes and everything else, but nobody on my stream, we do not normalize fucking minors. I've never normalized fucking minors. I've never in my entire...
Destiny defend lowering the age of consent before.
I feel like I could give so many hot takes, but I can never say them because when
Here's a hot take, but I would defend it. That's I'm not just saying hot takes, but just saying my takes. Here's one I defend it. Ready?
Yeah.
16 and 17-year-old people should be legal.
Go.
Should be legal.
Okay, I gotta go.
Entire life argued for a lower age of consent that just never ever happened on my stream. He is projecting so much weird shit onto me, and by projecting I mean just reading it straight from threads or from Nicholas Fury or anything else. But
bro, what? I don't know. I don't know if it's that minor of a detail.
Dan was way too
like
small.
How old is the girl? I don't know.
That.
How old is the fucking drawing? It's a goddamn picture. Who the fuck cares? Grow the fuck up, okay? People in Ethan's subreddit are like calling the FBI on fucking Vouch. He's looking at cartoons that I don't like. I think that, like, bro.
That's not the criticism. It's not that they don't like it. It might have a fine plot. And the plot might be a banger. I don't know. The problem, of course, is that it's depicting children being fucked by adults. That's just, you know, that's a detail that's important to emphasize.
Okay. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody on what kind of animated pornography they decide to collect or show to other people.
Album right now.
This is
you wanna
Rick
put it
and
on
Morty.
Okay.
No
You're
way.
talking to
That's
the mic?
that's Rick and Morty? No.
Yeah, this is from an episode of Rick and Morty where Mr. Mises runs train on
No.
Mr. Mises and all of his
no.
buddies run train on April.
He's not Jewish, I can see.
Good observation. Thoughts on this?
Oh my God.
He meant summer, not April.
Describe what you're seeing.
Oh my God.
Describe this for the people who can't see it.
It looks like a wolf.
Here, into the mic.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, describe that. Go ahead.
Thank you for the $10. Thank you, that guy.
I will say I did do the research, and Summer is only 17 years old, okay? So he is... Now, okay, do I actually think he's getting off to lolicon or that he enjoys this, despite that creepy fucking smile he has while sharing his pornographic hentai with his parents? Probably not. But, like, if this is the standard we're going to use, I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, I only said I didn't give a fuck about it. You're over here literally showing it to your mom and dad on stream. What the fuck? They were talking about, like, Elsa shit and other Disney hentai earlier, but I'm too lazy to look up the ages of all those girls.
I will say Ethan is right.
Okay, call me when this guy fucks his way through some fucking preschoolers, okay? Until then, get out of here.
I do.
And then he sets this bar. He goes, I only care until you're fucking preschoolers, which is 3-year-olds, bro. 3-year-olds. Kindergarten, good to go, baby. First, second, third, fifth grade.
Destiny's point there isn't
basically
great. Obviously, like, so it's like showing off Simpsons porn or some shit. Like, obviously, it's like a fucking joke. But like, I think Ethan is way overdoing it on the whole. You said you don't care that Vosh was looking at Lolly. You're like the worst person ever, bro. Really? Who cares, dude?
An adult.
Where do we draw? So, okay, so 3-year-old is not okay, or that's when it's about. When do we actually draw the line? What is the?
Turn on, and everyone's like, "Well, she was legal. She was an adult," but she's clearly saying she was uncomfortable, didn't want it. He's 44. She's 18.
That's disgusting.
That to me should be a pedophile because that's a child. You're a grown ass man. Yes, it's not legally a pedophile, but it's so.
I'm just saying people misuse the word pedophile.
He's still
pedophile. Someone that like fucks like an 8-year-old.
Oh fuck! 8 years old, not 3 years old. My bad. It's not preschool. It's what is that? 2nd grade? Fuck me, I guess. My bad, Ethan. You know, you got me there, I guess.
And honestly, this is just a few of many, many, many clips of him sexualizing children and just being a total deviant, right? So
a few of many, many, many clips. So first of all, I'm pretty sure half of these didn't even involve like Mia Rose is not a minor, okay?
Yeah, this is an incredibly lazy response. Very clear this guy did not spend a lot of time on this. Very lame, very limp. Not good stuff. Not good.
The other clip is here is me saying I'm not fucking a 15-year-old. And to be careful, you don't fuck minors. You've got like a crazy troll story from fucking JTV. None of this is about soliciting pictures of anybody or receiving pictures of anybody. Like the fact that he's like built this extensive case.
I mean, yeah. Where was the blue tea stuff? Did Ethan even mention blue tea in this? Kind of retarded, no?
A 19-year-old fucks a 14-year-old maybe isn't considered pedophilia. Like all of these exact same types of jokes, and I would argue probably a bit worse have been told by Ethan. I don't understand why he's the one who would come at me for jokes like this. And I am going to the full snark thread. So if that's what we're doing, then fuck it.
She spread her sexy little body all over the, prison yard.
Yeah.
I've seen this 20 times.
A trillion times. So.
A lot of times.
No, I hate this act where it's like, oh yeah, we're doing snark now. Yeah, we're doing snark. Bro, since when were you not okay with pulling up old clips of people to laugh at or attack them? Since when was that a tactic that you thought was off limits? Why are you pretending that... So, yeah, we're doing snark now. Bro, snark is an artificial concept that you and Ethan have made up to try and silence criticism about yourselves, okay? Doing snark isn't a real thing. You do the same behaviors, your community do the same behaviors, and always have.
That's what we're doing. Then fuck it.
spread her sexy little body all over the, you know, prison yard.
Yeah.
I've seen this 20
a
times.
trillion times. So.
A lot of times when you weren't here and the lights were off. You know what that is?
That was a joke though, right? Him talking about when she's not there, him watching the 11-year-old. That was just a joke, I'm assuming, right?
Metaphor for it, Hila? Do you know what I'm going to say?
I don't want to know.
Guys, I don't know if I need to say it, but look what he's doing. Okay? Just look what he's doing, okay? Just use your imagination and think about it. She's a young girl. She's never, you know, and he's, you know, there. I mean, I'm not going to spell it out. I'm not going to say it explicitly. It's not okay to say. But just watch his finger rolling around in the red, you know, sticky, you know, fluid there. Just imagine what it means, okay? Use your imagination, guys. Think about it. The finger, one finger, red, virgin. He's fingering a little girl, dude. That's what it is. He's fingering a little fucking girl, dude.
Keep in mind, Ethan is older than me, and my clips of my edgy jokes are older than his clips. So he is both older than me, and these are more recent than every single clip he played of me.
Let's see if he licks it. Yeah! He loves it! He loves it! He's got blood on his lip, that big smile. Patrice, you dog. You did it, didn't you? Yeah, you love Chinese food, boy. I know you like it now. I understand what you're talking about. You love Chinese food. And I like the noodles al dente. You know what I mean?
Like, there are... And I only had a couple hours to, like, find this shit.
Lip gloss. This image...
Yeah, so, like, this is a terrible point. These are obviously jokes. Destiny's completely fucking this up. If you were going to use this stuff, you would use it to point out how Ethan has, for a very long time, engaged in the exact quote-unquote snark, slanderous behavior that he criticizes. That's what this actually shows, is that this guy, Ethan literally ruined this guy's life with pedo allegations that were kind of joke-coded. And then and now cries victim of snark years later. That's like the stronger argument here. Arguing that, oh, you're a pedophile because you're calling this guy a pedophile. Like, what are we doing?
It's just pretty twisted up in itself. She's holding what looks like a phallic object, a little 8-year-old girl, and a big, giant black man looking in on her, man. It's like Blackzilla. This guy's got a weird fantasy, dude. Blackzilla rapes the little 8-year-old white girl with blonde hair. He likes that. He likes them white and blonde.
And how come women can get all these elaborate toys and it's considered cute and quirky?
It's fine.
But if a guy gets a Mega Master 6000, it's a problem. He's a creep.
As soon as I get fucking VR with a fleshlight, you know, fuck doll of a child, obvious.
That's just funny. The joke there is obvious as well. The joke there is obvious. That's a good joke.
He likes that. He likes them white and blonde.
And how come women can get all these elaborate toys and it's considered cute and quirky?
It's fine.
But if a guy gets a Mega...
This is when his Tourette's was funny as well. This is when his Tourette's improved his comedy. Where he's just like tweaking out before saying child. That's funny.
White and blonde.
And how come women can get all these elaborate toys and it's considered cute and quirky?
It's fine.
But if a guy gets a Mega Master 6000, it's a problem. He's a creep.
As soon as I get fucking VR with a fleshlight, you know, fuck doll of a child, obviously. The pedophile guy.
I think they're calling you a pedophile.
I've been trying to attract a teenage girl my whole life so far. It hasn't fucking worked. A teenage girl runs away with pedophile type of vibe. What do you think, Hila? Could we kidnap a teenage girl together?
I mean, again, maybe they're all just jokes, I guess.
Does he have like?
Yeah, I would say
baby
so.
Edition? Newborn baby edition.
That's probably.
You know, for all you can say about Ethan, okay, he is much better at like telegraphing and delivering jokes than Destiny is, you know? I don't get the feeling. Every time Ethan makes a joke, I don't get the feeling that it's portraying some deep-seated part of his psyche. You know? It's not like coming through. There's not like this tortured mind coming out in the jokes, you know? Whereas with Destiny, it's like, well, what happened to you, bro? Are you good?
You probably have to go to the dark web for that one, Hila.
Like 2 months baby edition.
That's fucked up, dude. You gotta go dark web for that one, Hila. I don't know if they host those on YouTube. You know, he's done it all. So chances are likely that, yes, that does exist. Well, let's not dig too deep in that.
But it's my birthday.
It is your birthday. You want to see? You want to see Chris fuck a baby? If you should have told me. If you just want to see Chris fuck a 2-year-old baby, I could have made that happen for you. Next year. Next year's gonna be great. We're gonna slam. Anyway, happy birthday, Hila.
Thank you.
Let's jump in to Kissing Prank Daughter Edition. Let me get my dick out here really fast. Okay. Good. All right, I'm ready.
Hi.
Yeah, the joke there is that, yes, these videos were made as, like, softcore porn for fucking teenagers, basically. Like, the whole kissing prank, that's like the whole, like, you know, that's why they're so absurd. Is because they are these weird, sexualized, uncomfortable videos with, like, this guy kissing Craigslist actresses. Like, yeah, he's, obviously that's the joke, Destiny.
Okay. What you doing at the park? I'm waiting to
Humorless retard tries to do a takedown on someone who's been doing comedy videos most of their career. A predictable outcome, to be honest.
Oh, basketball.
Yeah.
So you work out?
Yeah, I work out.
Yeah, I do cheerleading.
Oh, cool.
No,
got this
I think
dress
pedo jokes are okay whether I think all jokes are okay whether I find them funny or not. I think jokes are okay. You can make jokes. But when Destiny makes jokes, the point of the joke is that he's attracted to a child. Right? So the point of the joke earlier, when he showed that teen pregnancy thing, the only joke he was making is that he found that child hot.
Today, you like it?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Thanks. I have a shorter one, but my stupid mom wouldn't let me wear it.
That's how kids talk to each other. They ask, do you work out?
Do you work out? Do you want to
like
fuck
my
me?
dress?
Do you want to fuck me? I was going to wear a shorter dress, but my stupid slut asshole mom wouldn't let me fucking show off my 12-year-old vag in public.
The same mom who put me after this gig.
Yeah, your mom will let you wear whatever you want, dude, as long as it earns her $100.
Yeah.
Do you...
Fucking hell, dude. I mean, that's not, still, he's not joking about, like, wanting to fuck kids there. But I do want to see the rest of that video.
Today, my friends, I have a very special surprise for you. Pranks have taken a new form. Today, we have the love child of Joey Salads and Soflo Antonio had a romantic affair, and one of them pooped this young man out. His name is To Catch a Cheater. Now, I don't know how to describe this channel. It's like Maury plus Jerry Springer.
You are not.
With much less production value.
Are not.
Much less credibility, if that's at all possible. Well, let me show you guys exactly what we're dealing with here.
Alright, so tell me the day you're dating for a while.
I know you're looking buff, Luis, today.
Dude, that's not my shirt. How do you do?
Why the fuck you leave that in? You're looking buff, dog. You're fuck you did.
He really looks like the son of Joey.
Like, it doesn't even make sense. He doesn't explain it and entices their spouse with a sexy, little enticing, sexy number.
Yeah.
And then sees if they go for the bait.
And they do.
They always do.
Hey, wow, that's so big. How do you care?
Printer's big, lots of stuff is big.
It's a printer.
Is it big?
It's actually really small for a printer.
It listed for $120.
Okay, yeah, I only have $20 on me. I'm hoping that we can make an exchange.
You could probably trade something other than money, I imagine.
Okay, so straight to prostitution. For a fucking printer. How desperate does your life get when you need to go fuck a random stranger for a printer? This is how prostitutes barter for goods.
I just...
Oh! By the way, even if he was single, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
Think you can accept that?
Oh, really?
How about 150?
Yeah, so bad. You don't want to hear it. Maybe sorry. It's a 13-year-old girl. It's truly to give you some idea of what we're dealing with here. Now, the main course is truly much more bizarre than that. This guy had it in his wonderful Soflo salad mind that he should do a version with a 13-year-old girl. It's truly one of the most bizarre videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hila, how are my muscles looking?
Buff.
I don't want to have to say that to you. Just say it. Here, I'm gonna cut this part out. Now listen, before I play the video, tell me that my muscles look good.
You look buff.
Do you mean it? Thank you, dude. Thanks for noticing. Thank you, Hila.
Hi.
Okay.
What you doing at the park?
I'm waiting to do basketball.
Oh, basketball.
Yeah.
So you work out?
Yeah, I work out.
Yeah, I do cheerleading.
Oh, cool.
I got this dress yesterday. You like it?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Thanks. I have a shorter one, but my stupid mom wouldn't let me wear
Okay,
it.
yeah, this is like, literally, yeah, dude. The joke here is obvious. The joke here is not Ethan wants to fuck the kids. The joke here is, this is like some weird sexual setup that this fucking content creator has made with these kids. It's like, obviously the joke is at the expense of the media and the person creating it. It's not about how he wants to fuck the kids. Whereas Destiny's joke is about how he wants to fuck the kids.
Whatever you want, dude, as long as it earns her $100.
Yeah.
Do you...
So, like, constantly comparing these, like, so retarded.
Like, there are just so many of these. Again, I had a few hours overnight, and I don't have a whole team of researchers that hate me like you do.
I guess
or
what
that
I'm
hate you like
understanding
you
is
do.
that she's masturbating and now she's just coming. she's coming buckets, you know, like 5-year-old girls do when they masturbate. You got to learn about your vaginas, lady. So what you want to do is shove your hand all the way up your vagina. Hey, little.
Tectone got banned for a year? Tectone's banned for a whole year from Twitch? Dude. Yes. 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 Dude. So deserved. You get intentionally banned, and they fuck you for a whole year. Get fucked, you fucking loser. You attention-seeking fucking loser bottom bitch. Fucking loser. Yes, dude. Oh my god. It's so deserved, too. Literally, I wouldn't usually just celebrate a fucking ban if it was like over anything, like, not justified. But he deliberately got banned. He just, like, purged bots, and the next day he gets on stream, and he's like, F-slur, 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 I'm gonna kill you in real life. F-slur, F-slur. Get fucked. Get fucked. Actually get fucked.
A 5-year-old friend of mine, is it okay if I touch your vagina? Oh, great, dude. Daughter, are you watching this? Hey, 5-year-old daughter, are you watching it? You know what? He has kids being in meta.
Hey, tell him a joke.
These are telling like pedophile jokes in areas where there are actually kids. Like,
This guy on him on.
there's literally rules on the thing here because there are kids present. Like, hey.
No vulgar profanity or graphic sexual topics. No racial, homophobic, or other derogatory jokes. They be giving this a safe place for all our guests. Yeah, Ethan gonna stick to this, is he?
Tell him a joke.
These are telling like pedophile jokes in areas where there are actually kids. Like,
This guy on him on.
there's literally
So what does
rules
he- what
on
does
the
he
thing
say?
here because there are
Let
kids
it play.
present. Like, hey, no vulgar profanity or graphic sexual topics. There are literally random kids in the audience.
Did you guys hear the one?
You're losing Did I hear which one?
Did you guys hear the one
Yeah.
about the priest and the kid?
One time. That's happened like thousands of times.
The kid went to go see the priest, and the priest raped him.
Okay, Ethan. Alright, man. Dude. Like, it's just so low effort. It's like this is funny, but you shouldn't do it in like fucking lobbies with kids, obviously.
Areas where there are actually kids. Like,
This guy on him on.
there's literally rules on the thing here because there are kids present. Like, hey, no vulgar profanity or graphic sexual topics. There are literally random kids in the audience.
Did you guys hear the one?
You're losing Did I hear which one?
Did you guys hear the one
Yeah.
about the priest and the kid?
One time. That's happened like thousands of times.
The kid went to go see the priest, and the priest raped him.
No!
Whoa.
Get off the stage, skinhead!
By the way,
I mean, none of those sounded like kids. I'm gonna be real.
Look at this tight little ass, huh? I mean, is that a tuchus or what? I can get down with that butthole, boy. Nice and tight and pink. Hey, Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham. He's real fit. He's good for a fucking...
What's wrong with raping the Jeff Dunny? What's wrong with raping the Dunny?
look at this image. I mean...
So, like, we have actual commentary on actual children. We have jokes involving actual children. We have jokes to actual children. I mean, again, depending on how hard you want to go, you've got, you know, photo shoots with people who are child presenting that do explicit material. You know, they did a whole fucking podcast. Now, maybe she was just posing in front of school buses with her Teddy Fresh stuff, you know, because it's like epic or whatever. You know, maybe it's just a good meme, you know, maybe they did a whole podcast show with Belle Delphine, who's a porn star, famously, people would argue pedo-baited, started when she was 18 and a half.
I will say, I think there is a good point in here somewhere that Ethan virtue signals so hard about the lolly shit, but then does, like, you know, pedo gaze, I think is a good way of putting it. Does, like, pedo gaze content for his brands and stuff like that.
Like, there's just, like, there's, like, such a plethora of commentary that if you sincerely want to call me a pedophile because you don't like me typing What was that? The joke in chat about like, oh, I would fuck a girl, she's not 15. Like, come the fuck on. Are we serious? Like, if any one of these clips were about me, it would be unhinged, right? If there was like a 3-minute clip of me obsessing over some girl's fucking, not, what do you call the labia shit? There's a term I'm looking for. Where are they at? Fuck, I don't remember the term. Maybe Ethan will use it.
Dude.
This girl's 17, by the way. I don't even know what the joke is supposed to be here. I don't even know what the joke is supposed to be.
Thanks for joining me on edgy material warning number 3. We've got some edgy material here, and watch your hands, because you're gonna get cut up on this one here, guys. You can scar me, but you can't stop me. Now that is interesting and very deep and poetic. But what's even more interesting is if we just go a couple pixels down. Boom.
Dude, this shit's great. I don't even know if you can show this on YouTube these days, can you?
Girl. Yeah, nothing like making a political statement. Like showing off that camel hoof, girl. Yeah, let me get down with that shit, boy. Could smell it from here. Shit. Pretty brutal scars.
Yeah, I don't make YouTube thousands of dollars every month.
You can kill me.
Probably
but you
thousands,
can't stop
not
her.
tens or hundreds of thousands.
I wonder if
So,
their bodies were still in the street.
Yeah, this is like bad and weird probably. But this is like, it's like edginess for the sake of edginess, because Ethan was trying to be like an anti-SJW guy back then. And it's like, you know, oh, this woman's talking about violence against women, I'm going to rape you actually. That's like the whole thing. It's like, yeah.
You can kill me, but you can't stop this girl who was luckily a couple feet away from me, so she didn't die. Whoa, good.
It's about the Boston bombing anyway, I think.
Very contours.
I'm going to skip past this.
So
just
apologies,
you
know, that was not to Rose.
Like edgy clips from 13 to 16 years ago. Seriously? When I was like younger than half the girls you're talking about in your fucking clips. What the fuck?
With that important backstory, now let's go to the parts that I got wrong, that I'm going to issue a heartfelt apology for. And this goes out, a sincere apology to Destiny for absolutely getting this wrong. Now, here's what happened. This conversation here where he says, Teehee, send me the feet pics. This is from a different girl. It's from Instagram. He never spoke to Rose on Instagram, which he points out correctly, as far as we know. So this was with another girl he claims was 26. Okay, fine. I'll take your word for it. And then this one also, he claims was with the same girl. And this is the one that says, she said, my parents are like super, super strict. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't talk to him. And he said, well, fuck. It would be so hot to drive you home from a date and make you suck me off in the car. I'd love to send you inside your parents after making you swallow a full load from me. So apologies. You know, that was not to Rose. This was to some other lucky lady. but this one happened.
Okay. To reiterate, the only reason why any of my shit is even being talked about right now isn't because some victim has come forward and claimed something, or isn't any of that bullshit.
Well, Destiny, don't worry, because Deeper Armor has called the police on Solo 300 times since this story broke. So, believe me, Destiny, we're on the case, okay? We're on the case.
Some guy leaked a fuck ton of my explicit material online a year ago. These DMs that he's reading right now are from some other retard chick who I think was an Andrew Tate fan.
More than this guy ever did.
Why the fuck are you reading through leaked explicit material on stream just to, like, have a goof at me? Like, if some girl had her explicit messages leaked, would you be doing the same thing with your whole feminist crew here? Like, oh, let me, like, read this girl's explicit DMs. Also, this chick was, like, 26 or older when I started talking to her, some British chick. All of these weird things that he grabs onto of, like, oh, my God, like, Destiny mentioned this person's, like, braces, or Destiny mentioned that this person, like, lived with their parents. Not everybody moves out of their parents' home at 18. I'm pretty sure that girl was visiting her parents, so it's not like she was still living there. And it's, like, I literally have Invisalign right now that I just finished. These are not like child things. If you wanted to point to like pedo baiting, you could go back to the photo shoot that you guys did with the one girl, or you could look at people like Belle Delphine that you've done like 2-hour suckfest with when you invite them to your podcast. It's just like, it's humiliating, it's disgusting, it's like weird that you want to like dig through like all this random shit and then like have a goof and a laugh and everything else. I don't know. I don't know how you could possibly claim to have any sort of like moral high ground here when you're literally just reading off like leaked sexual material of mine to have a goof on stream after playing down, you know, like Ryan Beard's fucking video for how horrible of a person I am. Okay, so now that he's done all of his poisoning the well, okay, now that he's laid down everything that he needs to, so now he spends time going through this Rose person who supposedly Kiwi Farms has dug up stuff about. I haven't been able to verify the authenticity. Nobody close to me has been able to verify the authenticity insofar as there are things concerned with my court case. The thing that's annoying about him running through all of this stuff now is that, and Ethan knows this, okay? There's two huge things. One, I am actively involved in a huge civil litigation case that is directly involving these conversations. For you to take, after doing this whole fucking bit of taking random clips from some other video, to take that and then to use that as a platform to then demand, right, just like you said Keemstar used to do, to demand that I come up and try to explain every single thing that's not even being alleged by any hypothetical victim, but just been dug up and leaked by other people, right, that if it does involve a victim, you're also now blasting all of their shit to the ends of the earth for who the fuck knows what reason, right, that I'm supposed to come on and try to proactively defend against all of this while I've had the FBI call me, while I've been swatted twice.
This is like the most insane, like, victim crash out ever.
I am actively involved in a huge civil litigation case that is directly involving these conversations. For you to take, after doing this whole fucking bit of taking random clips from some other video, to take that and then to use that as a platform to then demand, right, just like you said Keemstar used to do, to demand that I come up and try to explain every single thing that's not even being alleged by any hypothetical victim, but just been dug up and leaked by other people, right, that if it does involve a victim, you're also now blasting all of their shit to the ends of the earth for who the fuck knows what reason, right, that I'm supposed to come on and try to proactively defend against all of this.
Okay,
while
literally, dude, right message on that one point, totally wrong fucking messenger, retard. You don't get to, sorry, Destiny, of all people, I will sit here and I will say, you know, I don't think it's good that WillyMac just blasted Rose's face out in that video. You know, I don't think it's good that Ethan signal boosted that and blasted Rose's face out even more. I don't think that was really a very good idea. I think that was like a good thing to do. Destiny gave Kiwi Farms the photo and information by choice, not by some leak. He just posted it in DGG chat, addressing it to Blav, posted it, said, hey, check this out. Go find her. Go find her. So you do not now get to cry, oh, her identity's being blasted out. That's on you. That's on you. That's all you.
Had the FBI called me while I've been swatted twice, once with my son here before, while I'm, again, in an active civil litigation suit where every single fucking thing I say about it has the defendant, or not the defendant, the plaintiff, throwing it into fucking court filings at me to waste more of my money and more of my time. I've got like 8 fully briefed motions before a judge right now that we're waiting for adjudication on, is fucking insane to me. There is no fucking world, for all of his like, oh, well, you know, blah, 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 for all of this fucking talk, that you would expect me to ever be able to come out and give any type of substantiated response to some shit that doesn't even involve a person that's actually making a fucking claim. This is just shit that is being posted and leaked on Kiwi Farms about me. There's not even a person out here. I'm like the only person in the history of the internet who's people are trying to cancel based on no fucking person making any claims against me. It's just like an outlandishly insane fucking, it's an insane fucking situation.
People are making claims against you. What do you mean? Why is he saying no one's making claims? People are making claims against you. What?
To be in. And then I also have to be careful because obviously everybody records every single fucking thing I say and every single thing has been sent to the FBI a million times, which, let me be ultra fucking clear, okay? Let me be clear on a few things, okay? One, I do not have any of the material that these guys think, CSAM, whatever the fuck else, on my computer, okay? Number one. Number two, all right? I didn't send any of this. There was no child stuff like that ever sent to fucking WillyMac, okay? Number two, it's not like he censored anything or anything like that, okay? Number three, if you want to interpret my messages in the worst way possible, and you want to, and that's going to be the basis for some FBI call, listen, I don't give a fuck. If you think that it's illegal and you've called the FBI, I don't even care that WillyMac did that, okay? I think that arguably you could even say like, oh, sure, like maybe it's a responsible thing to do, whatever. That's totally fucking fine. If you think that I'm paying $95,000 a month to my current law firm to ignore every single thing that they're telling me about everything that's related to this case, you are fucking cooked, and you're more retarded than the fucking write-ups that Pisco was...
Sorry, how much?
And say like, oh, sure, like maybe it's a responsible thing to do, whatever. That's totally fucking fine. If you think that I'm paying $95,000 $85 a month to my current law firm to ignore every single thing that they're telling me about everything that's related to this case, you are fucking cooked, and you're more retarded than the fucking write-ups that Pisco was blasting about the 3 litigants that you are that you have fucking lawsuits against, Casey, Tron, Frogan, and everybody else. Okay, absolutely fucking retarded. All right, If you want to do all this, you want to report whatever, fucking fine. I don't care. People call it FBI all the time anyway. If you think you're doing some novel thing, go for it. But the fact that you would then publish a video on it, again, I don't want to dive into the intricacies of all this, but you must understand that by
someone else with proof for the second in chat, so I'm just pulling it up. KF's ability to investigate anything is super pathetic. I thought it was some crazy investigator shit, but now I realize it was just no life obsessively stalking on my social media that allowed someone to do it. Easy to do when you're on disability. Oh, wait 1 minute. I've got to, be careful. Wait, no. We're all good, we're all good. At some point in these logs as well, I don't have it pulled up here, but he says what college she went to. I think it's the day before in these logs. I was worried I was showing it just then. But yeah, I didn't want to show it because obviously I don't want to show the dog's info. But he says what college she apparently went to as well. Some point in these logs. But yeah, he says, ability to investigate sucks. It was successfully stalking by social media. Allowed someone to do it. He's doing your living past permanent disability. Also, I never said that pic was posted of me. It was a pic they sent from their school. Supposedly they were working on associates in urology. Good luck. And this is another picture. Also, one more pic. I'm not in this one either, if you can tell. Okay, good luck. These are additional pictures he was leaking.
by doing that, you are literally undermining every single thing that you're attempting to do. What, like, why the fuck would you publish a video on that? You must understand how beyond fucking stupid that is. If everything that you were alleging was true, how fucking retarded would that be? Why would you do that? Why would you ever do this? This is so stupid. So the idea that there's like any concern or care here for anybody, or that you're trying to do the right thing, is completely undermined and completely, totally obliterated on all of this. It's literally just farming for content, for farming engagement, to try to get me, I guess, swatted again or whatever the fuck else. Like, it's so fucking insane to me.
Try and get me swatted again. If you point out that I'm doing something wrong, you're trying to get me swatted, actually.
Yeah, I can't, listen, maybe once my case is over, if you want, I'll come on and I'll chat about all the intricacies and details. We can dive as far into this fucking shit as you want, but like, for somebody who's been involved in so much litigation in the past, to try to like hamstring me and say, now you have to come on and have these conversations. Bro, what the fuck am I going to say? Again, you could, my court filings are public. If you want to go read through the current court case, all the filings are public. The other side has put every fucking thing I've ever said online. They literally are linking directly to Kiwi Farms in the court filings. You can go read them on the docket. So the idea that you expect me to come out here and say a bunch of shit so that I can pay my lawyers more money to respond to more bullshit motions is fucking bullshit. But I promise you, as soon as my court case is, you know, done, I can be your first interview. If you want me to come on and go through the details and run through all of that, I would absolutely love to do that with you. I don't expect you to take me up on that, but not to mention the fact that, so I'm not going to sit here and listen to him fucking opine on all of the on his theories here. He says that I have like there's a whole bunch of like weird lies that came out of the
video. Just skips like half the video, dude.
People were saying shit like, I have 60 gigabyte folders. I'm like, this is not true. It's like an obvious misreading of a message that WillyMacShow showing on stream. Ethan lies that he says something about the fact that like I reached out to this person because I was like trying to find young people on Twitter. That's not true. I typically don't ever reach out to anybody. Almost everybody reaches out to me, so this is not even remotely true. I've never purchased any porn from any of these people, anybody involved in any of this. I typically just don't buy porn from people ever. I think it creates a weird dynamic, so that's completely not true. There's no evidence.
Yeah, I don't know why people keep running with the idea that he bought porn that was like not substantiated anywhere. Just because she was selling nudes doesn't mean.
This anywhere. It's just random lies that are repeated. I'm not gooning to any of this. Maybe for Ethan, who's used to just, I guess, jerking off to or making jokes about gooning to, you know, whatever material he's got on his computer. Believe it or not,
people are running with that. I even said someone in my Discord the other day. Someone was saying like that the other day, and I was like, yeah, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's shown anywhere.
Imagine, because I'm not good at crying on command. This entire court case and all of the leaks of my explicit material has actually been incredibly disgusting and invasive to my privacy. It's not actually fun for me to think about it or to masturbate to it or to think about anything related to it. None of it is. It's actually pretty fucking disgusting.
Why is he just throwing masturbate to it? Huh?
To me, but yeah, I think he goes over the WillyMac video and all this bullshit here up to 25:59.
In November, muddy the waters, he hasn't done anything wrong, right? Okay. Then, This is when the mistakes begin. In November of 2024, her boyfriend reaches out to Steven. And we have the DM because her boyfriend...
Just a massive skip. Skipped half the video. 26 minutes in now. From like 12 minutes to 26. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Just random parts of this that he just tells lies about. I like how every single time Ethan brings up the boyfriend here, Ethan is acting like some person is reaching out to me as like a cause of concern. This person was extorting and blackmailing me to appear on my stream while they are leaking like dozens of explicit videos of me. The way that he frames all of this is so fucking insane. I don't even know if he knows the situation or anything that actually happened here. I have no fucking idea. What other parts did I write here? Sometimes, there's this weird retroactive game that Ethan likes to play, saying that if somebody is selling like not safe for work content on Twitter, that means that it's a huge red flag and they're more likely to be somebody who's illegitimate. They're not allowed to sell for one reason or another. This is not true at all. Like, I understand maybe you don't have any engagement with this world. Plenty of people sell not safe for work material on Twitter. It's literally the only large social media platform that still allows you to post not safe for work material. OnlyFans is basically worthless if you don't have a pre-existing audience because there's no way to drive traffic to it. This is why people do sell stuff on Twitter. The idea that you can go back and cherry pick like some collection of facts that makes it so obvious that something is just fucking like, there's not even like a way for me to disprove any of it. There's like not even any solid accusations or claims made that I can even dive through given my ongoing case and everything. So
what is even his argument? I don't even know what his argument is here.
If I would have known that Willie was going to be publishing all of my DMs publicly, though, probably would have approached the conversation with more care, knowing that, oh shit, well, if all my DMs are going to be read publicly, then I'm obviously going to be a lot more precise with how I answer these questions. But
be more precise. Oh, I assume the big thing. I think the big thing that he's getting fucking super anal about, or trying to get super anal about to his audience, is the whole having it on his computer thing. That's like where Willie is like fucked it for no reason. It's just this constant, and Ethan does this too. On your computer, CP, on your computer, on your computer, on your computer, on your computer. Saying it's on his computer obviously implies he has it for personal use, you know? Destiny is taking issue with that because he's claiming he only has it on some kind of external hard drive or something that's probably been given to his lawyers or retained in some way. And so he's going to keep hammering on this shit because people can't just, like, stick strictly to the, like, strongest arguments and the facts, you know? And then Tommy C will say it's Willie's just so objective. Willie's just so objective. That's why he's able to do all this. When he fucks up literally every video, no matter which direction he's making it in.
What is this?
And posted it. So here's her boyfriend. Her was at age. I picked her up and from the end. He had your way for 6 months allegedly, and that's why he should have turned it in to the authorities then. So if you want to defend,
it's not really a super important point, no, because he did use those images. Like, he's not denying the fact that, you know, he was enjoying sexual relations with this girl. And it's illegal to retain, whether he's in a court case or not. He can't retain it. There's not this exception if you're in a court case. It's not a very important distinction, though. It's not a very important point. But Destiny's going to use it as one.
Do that, but know that this guy knew there was a chance that he had child pornography on his hard drive.
Like, what is even this statement? This person knew there was a chance.
For all this time, he kept it, knowing that.
I wouldn't be surprised, Ryan, if it was a screenshot from a group chat where he was trying to find Rose. Because I believe, in those DMs at the time to Willie, he's talking about how they were trying to identify based on the Skype stuff or whatever. So to me, it comes off like, if he's saying he doesn't have it on his computer, that is like from a group chat or something where he's already shared these images or videos or whatever in an attempt to identify.
And did nothing with it. Now, if you think that's cool,
you have no idea what I've done with anything, okay? I've retained multiple law firms related to this case, number one. Number two, I do not possess any of this material on my computer that would be considered CSAM or CP or anything else you want to call it ever. And number three, all of this is just stuff that you are repeating.
He could, obviously, it's not above him to just lie. So he could just be lying about that, obviously. However, you can't prove it, and he never said on his computer. That was never said. So either Willy needed to get him to state something more explicit about that, or not run with that specific argument so hard. Not hinge on the computer phraseology.
Verbatim that you read on Kiwi Farm said. And 4, there's not even a way that
Why would there be a screenshot cut to just the title, or do you think he cropped the face out for Willy? I wouldn't be surprised if it was a smaller screenshot for Willy or something, yeah.
Could prove this. Like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Like, do you want to come through and go through my entire computer, my entire folder structure? Like, I don't even know what I could possibly even say other than no, and then you going, well, what about this? Well, no. Like, it's such a stupid fucking, like, unwinnable argument. Like, if it was, again, hey, listen, people want to contact authorities, I'm all for that. Again, I even said if WillyMac wants to call authorities because he thinks it's good use for the FBI time, then fucking go for it. That's fine. I just don't know why the fuck you would make public videos about all of this that for a number of reasons, is impossible for me to respond to. If for no other reason, because I'm getting swatted and FBI calling me constantly, and 3, because I have an active civil case going that is directly related to some of these conversations, which, and again...
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Bird That Steals. If he wanted to make that claim, he needed to ask it in the messages, right? Where have you got this stored? Get him to answer that.
Yeah, it's just such an unbelievably crazy bind to stick me in, and then pretend that he's making, you know, some type of strong argument that I'm some kind of online predator based on fucking Ryan Beard's videos with random bullshit.
In the context of everything else, of him continually sexualizing and trying to normalize sexual activity with minors.
Like, yeah, exactly, Ryan. It's always denying, I don't have a shit on my computer. I have it, but that's going to be the wedge every time. And you can't prove it, and he hasn't contradicted that. So he's going to repeatedly use that as a wedge to sow doubt.
At what point has this ever been the case? Has there ever been a clip of me on stream ever saying, I think you should be able to fuck 15-year-olds. I think you should be able to fuck 12-year-olds. I think you should be able to fuck...
Not 15! Whoa! He was very careful there. That's a carefully selected age, isn't it? That's a carefully selected age. 16? Yes. Yes, you have said you should be able to fuck 16.
17-year-olds. Like, that's what we got from the 6 or 7 clips earlier? Really?
He's been doing this over the span of his entire career. If you think that is fine...
And guess what? Ethan didn't even have that clip. Ethan didn't have the 16-year-olds clip. Hassan wins again. Just total Hassan victory. THV. All day, every day.
Potential child pornography is fine. Then go ahead and defend Destiny. But just know, that is what you're defending. Those are the facts, Jack.
I reported this to the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
Fucking WillyMac cry. Oh
Shared compromising the bikini pics of 15-year-olds. So, listen, the guy's a creep. He's a fucking degenerate. There's no other way.
Like, if you want to think I'm a creep or degenerate, then fine. Then fucking A, go for it. But my brother in Christ, okay? We are 2 peas in a degenerate pod. And I think you're lower on the rung than...
No, that's... Unfortunately for Destiny, Ethan has a completely unfair advantage in that he got locked down with some, you know, fucking, I won't go too crazy. Some horse-faced woman, very early on, before he fucked anyone else. So he's got like no sexual degeneracy
there than I am. If that's seriously the thing you want to go, like the most embarrassing part for me putting all this video together was I think I might have actually been out-edged by this guy. Okay, I thought I was the edgelord, and this guy is he's out edgelording me on pedophilia, which was supposed to be my domain, according to this guy.
The way to cut it. If you like Destiny, if you think he's smart and cool and funny and awesome, good. Keep watching him, but know that you are supporting someone who is attracted, 15-year-olds, who shared compromising bikini pics of 15-year-olds sent to him. With his
compromising? These are pictures posted publicly on social media. People at the beach. Again, like... What the fuck? He's acting like I'm getting like fucking nudes from kids, which maybe I don't know. Maybe
he has held on, knowing there's a chance of child pornography for 6 months and never reported to the authorities.
You have no idea what's on my computer. You have no idea what I've reported to authorities. You have no idea about literally any of this. Again, you're just reading down snark threads or Kiwi Farms.
That he sexually assaulted a woman on camera.
What do you want me to do? You want me to go back in time and kill myself? What the fuck?
You want to come at me and say, oh, you got all this thing wrong. You're gaslighting, you're lying, all this shit. Bro, uncontroversial facts.
True. I do agree with that. Okay. And I am glad. I guess that we got to have this back and forth. As fun as this is.
You are fucked up to defend this guy.
This old motherfucker needs to stop with the Zoomer soundboard shit. It is atrocious.
And like, I guess, I don't know if you're being gaslit or misled, but like, watching the video that Abba made with all of this context out here, and he's accusing me of not doing research. Abba, why did you brush over the screenshot of him confessing to knowingly having potential child porn on his hard drive.
That is absolutely not what I quote unquote confessed to. And again, I didn't know that these fucking DMs, obviously I wouldn't be making jokes and shit and putting lol W faces around this if I knew that WillyMac was going to decide to publish all of our fucking conversations on this, right? It's so insane that a private conversation I'm having with a guy relating to all of this is then published, and it's like, okay, well now you need to line by line defend everything. Jesus, what the fuck? This wasn't a public fucking statement. Not to say that like I'm...
Wait, why? So you can't defend... Okay. You can't defend your private statements? Huh? What sort of cope is this? It's a private statement you made to a commentary YouTuber.
Revealing some, you know, explicit whatever fucking detail, but more so that just like, obviously, if I'm going to know that this is going to be publicly released, I'm going to be phrasing these things a lot more carefully. I'm going to be a lot more precise in my statements here. But he's acting like this was some type of interrogation to be released and that I like failed the interrogation. But again, despite all of that, listen, if you want to call the FBI, you want to report it or whatever, then fucking A, you know, Willie did it. That's fine. I have no problem with that. I just don't know why you would make public fucking videos on expecting me to be able to publicly respond to prove that I don't have stuff on my computer. I don't even know what that looks like.
Never commented on that. You only commented on things that I got wrong, right? You ignore the whole context. You're sweeping.
Oh, the whole context.
Again, and like, they've missed one of the worst parts of this as well. I can't overstate how inept Ethan, Willie, and everyone around them are. I assume Nick's had some hand in this, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm kind of casting him with the same brush right now. But that is totally assumption. I'm purely pulling it out my ass. They've missed out the Eli B, sorry, interaction on Twitter the night before all this came out, where she's saying, yeah, why don't you hand over everything you have to the police so they can look in solo? And Destiny says, I've got nothing to hand over to the police.
What looks to me to be
like that. Make him address that. Make him address that.
Consistent, long-term, highly motivated, premeditated child predator. That's what he looks like to me.
Consistent, long-term.
Did he say 17 at the end of that, Naga? And when he was saying, whenever I ever says okay to fuck, does he say 17 there? That's crazy.
Highly motivated child predator. Okay. There's only one consistent long-term child predator that I'm aware of in this circle. I didn't want to bring this up, but...
You can see my buttons are open.
Oh my goodness, I was 16 years old here.
Wow, look at you guys here.
Dad's 21 and I'm 16.
Dude, if that happened today, bro, you would not.
Oh, I know.
Trouble.
I know.
20.
Now, to be fair, I don't know. Maybe they weren't fucking yet.
1 and 16.
Well, you know what? I was more mature than he was.
Well, I believe that. I actually do believe that.
But look at her. I mean, she
San
looks
Francisco.
like she just came off the cover of
21 and 16. Were you guys having a
none of your business?
What?
Let's fucking go.
Dude.
Did you guys,
Not
feel
till
the deal?
She was 18.
Yeah.
Not till
Of
she
course.
was 18.
We were in love.
Almost.
Oh, you lie.
That's so crazy. Yeah, you could not.
Dude. Not till she was 18. Almost. And then she just says he's lying. That's just based. That's just funny.
Not do that today. I mean,
no.
That would be just like.
I'm sorry. Like 21 and 17 or 16 is just not the same. I agree. 21 and 16 is definitely too far. It's better nowadays. It's a long time ago. It's trying to judge it by the same standards. But 21 and 16 is probably a little bit too far nowadays. 21 and 17 is like that's like I don't really care. I'm gonna be real. That's one you just can't make me that you care about. So.
There, buddy.
So we're in San Francisco. We went up there.
Maybe he thinks his dad is a pedophile too, I guess, and that's why he's justifying calling me a pedophile. Maybe he's willing to take that leap, but I don't know. My closing thing on this is I don't think Ethan is a pedophile.
That's what we call the Goldilocks zone. Okay, that's the Goldilocks zone.
Pedophile. In fact, I'm going to be honest. When I was going through probably like 70% of these videos, I thought they were fucking funny because I appreciate old internet edgy humor. Okay, I did think a lot of things were funny. I don't think Ethan is a pedophile. I don't think he's intentionally predatoring. There's a verb there that I'm like, preying on children or trying to normalize fucking children to his audience. Although I will admit that Boston Bobber one, that 17-year-old one, really tested the boundaries there. That was really pushing boundaries on that one. But the annoying thing is, I don't think he's a pedophile. I don't even think he thinks I'm a pedophile. I don't think he can possibly think that. Like, I have had, not to get into the weird whatever territory, but I've hooked up with a lot of people over the past 15 years. To say that there's like a pattern of children or whatever is just absolutely not true. Some of my biggest e-girl dramas have been with women that are basically my age. The Anna of War shit, this girl was like 2 years younger than me. Okay, the idea that there's like some huge pattern established of young women of me preying on people is absolute fucking bullshit. And plenty of people have tried to say this over and over again. Every single time it fucking falls apart because it's always the same.
He was saying most of my dramas with older women the other day. Older women.
Clips that come out over and over again. I look forward to making the same type of video, I guess, like 2 or 3 or 4 years from now when somebody else decides to dig it all up again and be like, oh, but what about this story? Like by that point, like my clips on talking about minors will be old enough for me to fuck the clips themselves and for it to not be pedophilia. So I don't know if Ethan feels like he has to disavow me because he wants to lose like the Destiny puppet allegations. There are easier ways for him to do that if he wants to drop the Destiny puppet allegations. Like we could argue about something. He could call me a gusano. He could make fun of my laning in league. You know, there's lots of things that can trigger the fuck out of me. Like, I don't know why he's so weak-willed and so spineless that he gives into his crew immediately, that he gives into his baser instincts immediately, and in a desperate attempt to throw off the Destiny allegations, he decides to just start going in on me on, like, probably one of the worst topics that he could go in on me for. I don't know why the fuck he would do this. Like, bro, like, if there's some fucking secret pedophile ring, the only reason you know I'm there is because you're in the fucking meetings. Like, holy shit! These videos are insane for him to make these types of accusations at me. So come on, bro. I don't know. Like now, the annoying thing is I know that since I responded to this, I'm sure he has to be responsible.
It's just like rambling. It's like manic rambling. It's the gayest shit in the world.
About me, I don't know if it's just going to literally be us going back and forth through whoever has the deeper snark threads, whoever has the deeper Kiwi Farms threads. And we're just going to rehash that for the next like 2 weeks or 2 months or year or whatever until he gets bored. I don't know how long it takes Ethan to tucker himself out. But yeah, I will say thumbs up to the anti-fan communities though, because I know that the snarkers and the Kiwi Farmers love this type of fighting. Congratulations, Ethan. I know they love it. They're loving the back and forth right now.
Whoa, no, wait, no way. Whoa, wait. Drama communities. Like drama? Whoa, slow down there, Steve. Slow down. Let's not jump to any conclusions there, Stevie.
Destiny, you're just one video away from explaining all of this.
Thank you for the $5. Thank you. Now, obviously, the conclusion he's drawing is actually that, oh, Ethan, you're playing right into their game. There's actually this huge cabal that are operating at a very sophisticated level, playing 5D chess, and they've been able to invade your mind and get you to act as a puppet and carry these allegations in a really ham-fisted way that fucks it up completely and gives you room to wiggle out of it. That's actually what they wanted you to do.
You're giving them the best show possible, the absolute best show they could possibly hope for. And, you know, I guess at least
I can think of a few better shows than
you're
that,
making some money
but
out of it.
I
I guess at the end of the day, we don't give a fuck about anything besides that, right? If that's what this is all about.
A few ways Ethan could have made a better show.
But, yeah. Based memes.
Based memes. It's like memes when I talk to kids. It's like memes.
Okay. I'm done with all this today for now. And then I'm sure AB Starkiller is already working on his next research doc.
He does kind of talk like Elon Musk sometimes. That's facts. The whole meme shit.
Does this fit defamation? He knowingly lied and called you a pedo anyway, despite saying some of the things. No, because it's defamation against public figures. It's just, trust me, it's really, really, really hard to pursue those. And it's like, bro, the litigation shit that I'm in right now is already insanely fucking.
Can anyone unblackpill me about the fact Discord apparently deleted media after 30 to 45 days? I feel Willy gave Destiny time to clean shit up. No, there's no unblackpilling on that.
Tiresome. Like the idea of like taking up more of that is not, it's not anything that I would like, even if it was the case. Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see where we go from here, I guess. Okay, I'm going to.
There is that argument for Sunday as well, though. But Sunday's defense would be that he was under the impression that Pixie had taken money. Now that was due to his own poor research and poor interpretation of a tweet. So, I mean, they did both fuck up in that way.
My controller is here. I'm going to go downstairs and grab it. I do not have 150K viewers right now. I'm probably around 15 or 20 maybe. But there's whoever got nicked for the view botting stuff on Twitch has apparently been view botting me today and yesterday. I don't know why.